flashbang goes off. He's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play to get him to right out in front of sight. And he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that have those positions now? Is he going to have time? Is he going to have time for this? Is he going to do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Yo, what is going on, Critical Ops Esports fans? I'm Mantis. I'm joined by A-Master over here on my left, and in just the near future, we're ready to hop into some of this Pro League. We're here with week number 2 of the Americas. I'm excited to get in some of these games. I don't know about you, A-Master, but I heard we have some pretty exciting maps coming up in our near future.
Absolutely, yeah. This is going to be an absolute blast. You know, we just got done with week 1, and now we're into week 2, and you know, we're going to start seeing things more flushed out, especially with this new layout of maps that we have to choose from for this season. You know, it's a little bit more interesting this time around with some of the more fan favorite, you know, pillars that you would expect are not here. So mainly a lot of the new maps with just a sprinkle of the old familiars. So I think it's going to be fun, and we're going to be seeing a lot more chaos through it. But of course, we got to go through a little bit of what you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been tuning in with us. We got to go over a little bit of that format so we know how we got here.
Yeah, again, the format is popping up on the screen right now. Currently, we are in the round robin stage. We can see each team is going to play against each other at least once in a best of 2 match, and we go based off a point system. If you win both maps, you're going to get 3 points. If it's a tie and each team gets 1 map, both will receive 1 point, and if you lose, you will be getting 0. And if there are any tiebreakers, then we'll use the round balance to sort of break that tie. And then at the end of the round robin, we take the top 4 teams from that ladder, and we move them up into the playoffs. And that is where you can see we have the 4 rounds over there for the playoffs. This is where the real big prizes start to come in, which we'll be getting into that in a bit here. But you can see we have a first qualifier and eliminator, and then a second qualifier, and finally a grand finals to determine the winner of the Pro League. So again, right now we're currently in that round robin stage, but very soon we're going to be working our way over towards the playoffs once we finish all of these weekly matches.
Yep, it's going to be a good time, and as we roll through these things, it'll be even more, you know, kind of gut-wrenching as some of these teams will be eliminated. Again, here's the round robin stage here. We're going through the 24th, so we're not too far off before we get into the playoffs, which then will be on the 30th and 31st, and then the 7th through the 8th for the grand final. So again, we are slowly working our way down, and these teams need to be able to gain as much points as possible. Because remember, every match that they win, they get a point. If they win both of the best of 2, then they get 3 points. So as we roll through that, those points will be more and more important as these weeks go by.
Yes, again, a lot of important matches coming up. Speaking of which, they're going to be playing for a very good prize here. We can see our prize pool. First off, the round robin. This is just based off of the team's performance on the leaderboard at the end of the round robin stage. When we count up all their points, they'll be getting some in-game rewards just for placing on somewhere on the leaderboard. So we can see first place gets 40 event and premium cases, second will be getting 30, third will be getting 25 event and premium cases, fourth through sixth will be getting 15, and then seventh and eighth will be getting 10 event and premium cases. The real prizes start to kick off when we get to the playoffs. After we finish the round robin stage, we can see starting off down at fourth place, they'll be getting $500, 2,000 credits, 15 premium and event cases. Third place going to be getting $1,000, 3,000 credits, and then 20 premium and event cases. Second place, they'll be getting $1,500, 4,000 credits, 30 premium and event cases. And then first place will be taking home that grand prize, $3,000, 5,000 credits, 50 premium and event cases. And to top it all off, they're going to be getting their own Pro League Champion skin, an exclusive skin just for the winners.
Yep, which we will be able to show that very soon. Anticipation always kills, so we'll be able to show that here shortly before we get to that point. But we do have our qualified teams that have made it all the way through, that have gone through those different stages, they've gone through the different rounds, and they have officially been here as the official qualified teams. We do have Evil Vision, Merciless HQ, Sentinel, Bless, Hammers, and Xenocide. So these guys have done the best of the best out of all the different matches and have worked their way here. And as far as, them playing against each other, it's just going to be a nice cross breed between everything. And we do have our matchups as well to show just how exactly for this week how everything's gone. Again, they've got to rotate between each other, see who can get the most amount of rounds, points, wins, and everything across the board.
Yes, again, congrats to the 6 qualified teams. We have some of our matchups popping up here. This is just for week number 2 of the games that are going to be taking place. Now, today, specifically on stream, we're going to be taking a look at Evil Vision versus Merciless HQ for our first game. And then after that, we have Sentinel versus Xenocide. Those other 4 matches are going to be played off stream. But we do have some exciting matchups to get into here.
We do indeed. And remember, this is only one of 2 days this weekend. So if you guys hadn't, or if you want to, feel free to check out the Eurasia region. That will be tomorrow. And if you guys want to check that out, that will be at 5 p.m. CET. So do a little time conversion there. It'll be a little bit earlier in the day for us in the North America side, but that's okay. And that'll be Mullet Mafia versus Invictus and G9 versus Rain. So if you guys want to check those out, that'll be tomorrow. Make sure you have your notifications for when things go live. And then you'll be able to check the other side of the pond and see what's going on over there.
Yes, again, make sure you guys are tuning in for those games. We have some exciting ones today and also some exciting ones tomorrow. You guys want to make sure you're getting all the Critical Ops Esports matches that you can watch possible. Now, let's get into some of our matchups for today. Now, first game of the stream is going to be Evil Vision versus Merciless HQ. It's a clash of titans. This feels like this could be the grand finals right here, and we're only in, just the round robin stage. So I already know this is going to be a very exciting match.
Yeah, it definitely will. Evil Vision being some of the best, just period, especially in the South America region. But Merciless HQ being just, again, one of the top dogs. And I agree, this is basically a precursor to the finals, potentially. If one of these teams, has some oopsies on some days, that may not happen. But we'll find out as we go through these different weeks. But remember, you guys have a chance to gain some prizes for yourself as well. You do have the community voting, so make sure that you guys have gone to the QR code, scanning it, or to the link on screen or in the description to play.mobileesports.org/app/voting. Make your account, do what you need to do, and then you can cast your votes to see who you think will win each of these matches. You have a chance to win 18,000 credits and 145 cases are up for grabs for the people who make the right prediction. Now, to make the right prediction, we must give you the just delicious, yummy stats that we have for both of these teams so you can make an educated guess.
Yeah, I like to take a look at the stats first before I usually take my vote because it gives you a pretty good idea as to how good these teams are. Now, you look at Evil Vision, I won't lie, they're looking pretty stacked. I mean, that's a lot of first and second place, not to mention their total earnings. Over $20,000 this team has earned from Critical Ops tournaments. Again, Circuit Season 1, 2, 3, and 5, they placed first. Circuit Season 4, maybe they took a break or something because I don't see them up there, but they were pretty consistent most of the way through. Pro League Season 1, they ended up placing second. Pro League Season 2, they ended up placing first. So now we're back here in Season 3. I'm pretty sure in Pro League Season 1 as well, they ended up losing to Merciless. So this is just like some back and forth action between the two teams. And then in Worlds, they did end up becoming second in the entire world and earning $6,000 from that. So honestly, Evil Vision, they just have a stacked lineup. They got the stacked tournament history. These guys are the champions of South America without a doubt. You can also tell just by looking at their roster, just the amount of experience from these players. Henrico and Metal and Rafa over there, all rocking over 100 maps. Everyone knows by now Metal has, I think, the highest rating in the entire game for a pro player. I mean, these guys have just been competing for so long, and I'm looking forward to seeing them play today.
Yeah, and the fact that they play against everyone else on everyone else's servers, because their South America teams are a dime a dozen type of thing, and where it's a little bit harder to find the best ones. And so Evil Vision being able to go up against all the Americas and even worlds to have second place, being that they are in South America, that's so impressive across the board to have that much rating, stats, and everything. And then again, playing on everybody else's server is just awesome. Now we get to see a little bit of the map statistic. This is just so everybody knows roughly what they typically do across the board, and well, it's pretty good. Nothing really below 60%, period. And everything's in the 60s, 70s percentile, and an almost 80 on port. So just almost. They just got to get probably one more win, and that'll just tick over to the 80s. But most of the time, if you hadn't seen, they win basically 3 out of 4 times, almost guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, these map sets are just super solid, like you were saying. Literally nothing below 60%. I mean, these guys, they just show up ready to win pretty much all the time. Now, I'm excited to see how their opponents are going to fare against them. Evil Vision, we know these guys are the kings of South America. Merciless, you could say they're the kings of North America. These guys have been dominating recently. The lineup kind of started around the start of Pro League, but ever since then, they've taken some great tournament history to their name. I mean, Pro League Season 1, they ended up getting first place. Season 2, they got second, losing to Evil Vision. And again, we're back here again. This is the round robin stage, but I mean, a lot of people could say this might just be the grand finals matchup again over in the next couple of weeks. Again, more of a recent lineup, so they don't have as many previous tournaments to back them up, but man, I'm telling you, for the ones they've been playing recently, Merciless have been dominating. We'll be able to tell as well from their lineup, because even though they don't have a lot of tournament experience together, their roster definitely is going to have a lot of familiar names. Vape is one of those players. 138 maps to his name. He was the North America World MVP from 2022. So definitely a name you want to be looking out for. Oxbow with 125 maps and Skull with 120. There's just a lot of big names on this map and players that you've seen perform excellently in the past.
Yeah, last time we saw him with Merciless playing, I mean, Abora was doing great. Just and being one of the least experienced and doing so good was just really nice and surprising. And holding that second highest rating, even though not having as much, spread out, but still doing good. And then, of course, Snoops was doing his thing as well. Same with Ox. And I mean, it really just the whole team. I mean, a lot of these, especially between Evil Vision and Merciless, they just all typically do relatively good. And again, a little bit more of those yummy stats for the maps. Again, nothing really below. Hey, guess what? 60%. Yeah, you get 64, 67. And this except difference, we have Bureau up there in the 80s and Village at 100%. Now, that is not that many maps to be calculated on that one, but still, when they do play, they have historically won. So either way, they're both very similar in the way they do and the way they play as far as their wins. So again, unfortunately, going up against each other now, as we say that they take 3 out of 4 wins. Well, unfortunately, today, someone has to lose somewhere.
Yeah, again, as we get into this roster comparison, we're pretty much going to see almost very similar stats. The number of maps played is almost identical between these guys. The win rate looking a little higher on Metal, and the rating is, I'd say, it's pretty higher on Metal. I mean, again, this is the best player in the world we're looking at here. I wouldn't be surprised that he has a super high rating. Then we start moving down. Now the stats are looking a bit more similar. Maps maybe not so much, but the ratings are getting closer. Win rate as well, 68% versus 71% between Cool and Vape. Now again, Cool does rock that role of sniper. I'm hoping we get to see that used a little bit here today, because I always enjoy watching Cool rock a U ratio and just get some picks for the team. It's always clean. We have Happen as well, able to take the sniper role. Interesting to see if he'll be picking that up instead of Cool. Over here we have Bora taking that role of entry fragger. Again, the ratings are pretty similar between them, not too much of a difference, but the win rate is significantly higher over on Happen.
Yeah, Bora definitely needs to be able to bring that up a little bit, which as more maps being played, that should go up further. Because again, Bora was doing really good last time we saw him. So that will even out more than likely a little bit more. And of course, Ottawa, being another in-game leader for the team, he's able to do a lot. And I find that it's interesting from before with Metal and Scott, where Scott is technically one of the lowest rated for the team, where Metal is the highest in both being in-game leader. But Ottawa being able to help out with that as well. And then as we roll down to almost the end, we do have just a little bit more. Now we do have big difference on the maps. 113 versus 61. Win rates very close. And the ratings overall still super close. Raffle and Hills being able to do that. And then last, I think, but not least, our supports. We're only got to 63 maps and 38 respectively, and the ratings being with 0.01 of each other. Just being able to, again, super close. That's the biggest thing.
And now we're getting here towards the bottom again. Starry looks like he hasn't played yet. Ox has 125 maps to his name. Win rate in the 50s, but he does take that role of IGL again with the lower rating. But again, that's not too uncommon from an IGL. They're doing a lot to bring the team up. Now again, Season 3, we're getting into the map pool here. And this is probably my favorite map pool of all 3 seasons. I mean, we have Port, Raid, Soar, Village, and Castello all in one map pool. That is something that you probably don't see too often. The only OG maps, I know you're talking about this before, are Canals and Bureau. So we're eliminating all those other OG maps. These guys are not going to be playing on them in this season. So it should be very exciting and give us a very interesting set of maps here for these upcoming best of 2s.
Yeah, because, your main stomping ground, grounded, not here, but, we do get to see is what people think. And, well, there's half of you think Evil Vision will be taking it. The other half basically says, they're going to tie it 1-1. And then there is a strong 12% Merciless that thinks that they're just going to be able to run this away, which, again, is 100% possible. They do look like they have the stats. We've seen them play in the past. Both teams do good, but Evil Vision seems to be grabbing a lot of love today. So we'll find out. But what we do need to find out is what we're going to be playing on, because that does matter and will help us still make those understandings of what's going to be happening. And, well, Canals is going to be the first one to go ahead and get the boot. Evil Vision does not want to play on it at all. Merciless said, nope, no newbie today. Costello is going to get eliminated. We are going to see Port, which is great, because we do have a 79% win rate for Evil Vision for that. And as we roll down, we're going to see Merciless pick Soar.
Ooh.
Which there's not a lot played on Soar just yet, but they do have a 67% win rate. But the only thing is Evil Vision has a 65. And so, it's like it could be either or, but Soar is the oddball. It is back, so they could have been practicing a lot for that. So that's what we're going to be seeing. This best of 2 is going to be Port and Soar. Bureau, Raid, Village, Canal, and Castello are not going to be played today. So this will be rather interesting, because Evil Vision with Port is it's a 79% win rate. Now, Merciless does have a 75, but it's only out of 4 maps played. Now, at least that's of the team. Now, granted, these players have played Port plenty, but that's what we definitely have for it. And honestly, I don't know. Evil Vision of the past has just really done good on Port, and it shows all their stats, but not to underestimate, they do good on it.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to get into port here. I do believe we're just about ready to hop into the knife round. We're kind of waiting on the final confirmation and making sure all the players are ready to go. Because I'm excited as all of you are. We're about to get into port for our first map here, and it's a Clash of Titans, dude. We're on port, the best map in the game. Not up for debate, unfortunately. We're about to
Nope.
get into this, dude. I'm excited. I can't wait to see.
Yep, so knife round commencing. As these guys run into the middle of the map, we'll find out who's going to have the hack and slash action champions for this round. And to see who's going to be able to select what side. Not that it matters that much on port, but it is helpful. And here we go through. Evil Vision seems to be having a good time.
Coalition
It's a 2-1. And the metal grabs the last one.
All right, we're about to find out which side Evil Vision chooses to start on. I don't know. Personally, I feel like they're going to go for the coalition start, but I'm not sure if I am accurate on that because I know Evil Vision have a good breach side, so they might want to start on the coalition side to get an early lead. But I guess we'll have to see what they have planned.
Yeah, and you know that would just be absolutely not dirty, but it'd be dirty. You know, be able to they're really good at getting into the bomb site, but just be able to get those extra rounds early on would just be absolutely nasty for them. But we're gonna find out, and yes, they are on the coalition side. The breach is gonna be Merciless rolling up in here. We do see a nice stack pretty much just across the board, but we are gonna see Merciless try to go for that B long side potentially, but the bomb is nice and safe into the back, and so it could go straight into A. Just kind of all depends where they decide to go with this. They got plenty of time. It's a minute 15 left on the clock.
Vape is chilling. He's pushed up pretty far over towards B long, and Boar is taking out over towards A long with the bomb. Scott over there doing with him as well. Luce has already been dropped pretty early. Scott gets spotted on that crossbow. Roth is in a bad spot. Are they going to let him back up? It looks like actually they do, and Metal's able to take out Scott with a clean headshot from that XD. And Ottawa, he spotted a couple players mid, but this is not a good look for Merciless here. They do still have the bomb in hand though, so maybe they can group up and try to play for the numbers advantage. But there's a lot of players in mid right now. I'm not sure there's an easy choke point for Merciless to take advantage of in this position. Vape kind of popping some warning shots over towards Heaven. Is trying to let Evil Vision know of his presence. And now the A long swing is going to commence. And Otto is able to take one down, but it looks like we already have Metal pushed up, ready to flank. They're just going to storm onto site here. Vape is going to get taken down by Metal from the flank, and now it's a fast push from mid behind. They are able to get the bomb down, going to help with their money a little bit. But Ottawa gets dropped, and Bora is the last man standing, 1 versus 4. It's going to be hard to pull this one off. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He does have full HP and armor. If he can isolate some gunfights. But no, it's happened with the XD just waiting. I love the patience from this man. Not even choosing to contest Bora. He's just freaking him out because he's not pushing him. He's not giving him the easy gunfight. He makes Bora swing him in a 1v4 for the easy headshot. I gotta love the patience from him there.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely lived a little bit longer than I anticipated. I figured they would just have bum rushed in there. But Evil Vision going to be able to grab that first round, and so they're going to be able to buy up, do what they need to do, and make this a little bit easier for themselves. We are going to see some Deagles come out along with 1 MR, so happy day. Maybe some good one-taps will happen, but maybe not, mainly because all the armor being bought on the side of Evil Vision. They are fully ready to go.
I wouldn't count on Merciless with the Deagles quite yet. I know some of these players, you give them a Deagle or a revolver, they can get some nice picks there. Oh, I don't know if Rafa spotted him. I think he did, and he's a little paranoid of that cross now. And Vape tries to swing solo, but he's going to get dropped. There's still a lot of mid-presence shown by Evil Vision here, and Rico has a really good spot to try and deny the cross. He's going to get a nice tag. Not really able to find the kill, though. Just jiggling around this big pull, and Cool is going to open it with a pick on a Bora, but Ottawa with the P250 going to get a huge headshot. Although he gets traded out, that's still going to be a pretty big pick for their side. Both Merciless players are pushed up over towards A-Long, ready to potentially contest Connector here, but Cool is ready and locking down this pixel peak. He's already gotten some tags on Alus. And he's tagged him again. Alus is literally hanging on by a thread right now. This man is 15 HP. I don't know that he's going to be able to find any more damage before getting dropped. He's going to get the flash off. Maybe this will allow his teammate to push in. Scott trying to go crazy with a revolver, but he can't do it. Cool is going to clean up the round. Evil Vision having a good, flawless start for us here.
Well, you know, they gave it their best chance, and, you know, just unfortunately pistols versus rifles don't typically go too well. So Evil Vision will buy up yet again. And so will Merciless now. Full stack of SGs and almost a full stack M4. And Metal's going to go ahead and have that silenced AUG. So we'll see what can be done. Which one is better? What can come through? Happen trying to have a good time here. Does get a few things thrown out. But wait a minute. Here we go. Vape, Ottawa. Loose, getting one each happened. Wait a minute. Roth getting one each, but yep, Scott and Ottawa finish it out. So as soon as we got rifles, Merciless rolls away with only 2 deaths for the team.
That round ending probably quicker than Evil Vision wanted to. They went with the M4s. They got a little aggressive, but it just didn't work out in their favor. It seemed like Merciless were ready for that, especially Happen. He pushed up really far. I don't know how he got away with what he did, because he was just so exposed when he went for that smoke over towards A-Long, but he was able to get away with it. Now, interestingly enough, Merciless, some of them have to eco after losing their guns here, just because they don't have a lot of money, whereas Evil Vision, they went with the bonus last round, and most of them have a lot of money to work with here. Henrico, being the only one, because he got dropped earlier, is going to be using a Deagle. But again, I wouldn't count him out to get any picks with just that Deagle alone. Some flashes being dumped over towards A, it seems. You gotta wonder what Merciless have planned for this round. They have taken control of mid, which is good, because Evil Vision like to contest it a lot, but they've chosen to give it up this round. Again, Henrico doesn't have a gun. He usually is one of the players to try and contest that, and he probably doesn't want to hold mid solo with just a pistol in hand. He's gonna get overwhelmed really easily. But where do Merciless choose to finish off the round here? A little under a minute left on the clock now. Metal getting quite aggressive. Vape is going to spot the push. Tries to go for some chip damage with the P250. Metal chooses not to contest that, which I think is a smart play. Rafa gets caught with his pants down on the flank. Bora is going to take him down. And now we have the flash from Cool. Looks like maybe a mid swing is in order. That's going to be huge, but no, Bora is ready to take him down. And Henrico is gonna fall as well. It's all starting to fall apart for Evil Vision here. We're down to a 2 versus 5. Happen going for a swing here, and oh my god, look at that. Merciless have doubled back over towards A. It looked like they were gonna be running it down mid, and they chose to finish the round on the A site. And this retake just got much more difficult for them, but Happen and Metal able to find picks respectively without taking barely any damage. All of a sudden, 2v5 turned into a 2 versus 3. Now Happen and Metal don't have a lot of util. One flash between the both of them. And they're currently dealing with this A-Long player, which is going to make things hard for them. But Metal's able to win the gunfight on Vape. Happen coming in. Is he going to expect the player in the back, though? Bora is going to drop him. And now Metal's left in a 1v2 with not much time left on the clock to work with here. And it's going to be Bora to clutch up the round. That is a 4K for him, if I'm not mistaken.
Bora has been a bit on fire already in this. I mean, he is just rocking it out. And just taking names. I mean, again, he might be one of the newer players, but he's definitely showing you exactly why he deserves to be on the team. But Merciless has already tied this up. It's 2-2, and Evil Vision is having to go full eco. So at this point, you know, we're looking pretty low, and we're probably more likely going to be seeing this go towards Merciless. Again, this is only pistols. Yep, and we got Vape. He can get 2 pieces for himself, and then 1 each for everyone else. And so now Merciless in the lead. They wanted to make sure that went over quick. Now they got the cash again to buy up for Evil Vision to try again.
I would say this is a much easier round for Eevee. They don't want Merc to break away too far, especially on the breach side. Ideally, they will be able to get this round. That would probably be best case scenario for them, or else Merciless will be having a very solid breach start to this half. A lot of util already being dumped towards mid. It's only smokes left on the map, and Eluse able to just get a double, make that 3 before the frag is gonna avenge him from the grave. Rafa pushing up towards mid here. Oh my god, and what is that flick headshot onto Vape? Otto is ready for the trade, but Happen is left all alone in a 1 versus 3. The aggressive play just didn't work out for Evil Vision there. I know it's their play style, but man, they just got punished so badly for it. Happen able to recover an AUG. Maybe could pick up some of those grenades, but it looks like he's gonna walk past them here. About a minute left on the clock, but Merciless are about to bring that timer down as they go for that bomb plant here. And Happen has a difficult retake on his hands. Smoke right here, over by the stairs, kind of denying most of his vision as he tries to push through. He does have a little bit of a gap he can work around, though. It looks like he's actually been able to sneak past here. I don't know if he'll be able to catch anyone off guard, though.
And he's going up against the main man, Bora here. Maybe. No, this man, he is just on fire today. I mean, 6 kills already just for him alone. Not too shabby, but everybody's just doing solid. They're just working their way up. And again, like you said, you know, Evil Vision has a great breach, so maybe this is, you know, whatever they can get is whatever they can get, but we'll see if Evil Vision can pick this up a little bit, because if they want to go into the flip, definitely more rounds the better, depending on what their plans are. But yeah, it's just not looking too good. These M4s are just not working the way I think Evil Vision would like it to.
See, now Scott has pushed up so far. He's in their spawn already. I don't know if Evil Vision are aware of this or not. He's able to take out Metal, and he gets a second pick on Happen. Alu's gonna drop Henrico as well. It's all starting to fall apart. Rafa tries to go for some spam there towards B long, but he can't find the kill. When his position has been given away, I think Merciless are on the hunt for him. We can see Otto and Vape ready to contest him over towards B long. He's gonna spot one, but Vape with the headshot is just gonna take his dome off. It's not looking good for Evil Vision here. They had a good start. They won the pistol round. They won the eagle round after that. Now Merc, they're on a 5-win streak here as far as rounds, and the snowball is just going to keep on piling until Evil Vision can figure out how to shut it down.
Yeah, they got to find out somewhere, somehow. And well, now we've got a little bit more diversity. The AUG is coming back. 2 players having been Henrico and Happen. So maybe that'll help with a little bit of the diversity, but these SGs have just been doing really, really well for Merciless. And again, it's all about grabbing these picks, but, you know, somewhere down the line, something has to kind of flip over. Cool being the first one to, unfortunately, go down, but we're going to see a nice little at least 1-person trade. And, well, I think Merciless is just kind of wanting to hang it back a little bit. Bomb's not picked up yet. They still have plenty of options of what they want to do, but they've got 1 on either side plus 2 in mid. I think they're just waiting for Evil Vision to push up, because Evil Vision has been a little bit aggressive, and I think that's what they're expecting. But Evil Vision putting the brakes on that and also double stacking mid as well definitely should help them out.
Oh man, Henrico, he's in such a good spot here. Telling you, having control of this street here is so important, and he's able to get away somehow. I thought for sure he was a dead man. Metal goes for the swing, but Scott is prepared for it. It's like they're reading them so well. Rafa again on the backstab. He's gone for this play before. I don't know if Evil Vision are going to, or if Merciless are going to expect it though, but they've all pushed in from connector here. Now Henrico is going to be making his way up through mid, but Rafa, if he can move quickly, he could potentially get a quick backstab on them. I don't know if they're going to allow it for him, though.
Well, maybe. It looks like we're getting some spams. Maybe something will connect a little bit better. Bora isn't a good spot for Evil Vision if they want to go for that, but it looks like they are not. They're going to save, keep the cash they have, keep the weapons that they have, and make sure that they just, you know, go for some exits, see what they can do. But Bora, I feel like on the exit they should be able to.
Oh, I mean, they backed up.
Here we go.
Maybe
he's got his knife out. He's got his knife out. Perfect. I mean, honestly, Bora has been probably the biggest thorn for them at this point this entire round so far.
You know, this man has been popping off so far recently in these past couple of rounds. Bora has really, he had one where he got like a 4K. He's just been going crazy, you know?
Yeah,
I know
so
his map count was on the lower side, so.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just not going too well for him. Maybe these grenades will soften him up a little bit. Nope, not at all. So, I should have to see what is possible. This is not good. It's Bora on the other side of that barrel. So, that's definitely not what they want to be doing in a 1v1. Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah, it seems falling apart a little bit.
Oh, flash coming in from sight. And Happen able to win a huge gunfight onto Eluse there.
Looks like Boris scooting up a little bit, and we will be seeing a 1v1 with Happen here. Ooh, happened that the click of death, unfortunately. And sliding up, maybe be able to take, yep, 2-on-1. Ottawa's going to go down. See if they can take Bora down a little bit with the flash. Looks like that did help. Happen was able to make his way through. Throwing the grenade. Not sure if that's going to help or not. It does do a little bit. Bora is still able to take down Metal. Just a huge thorn in him. And so let's see if it can be done. No, that's 2 at half health. Still no extra damage being dealt. Cool being the last one in a 1v3. And honestly, this is what we've been seeing constantly is
Bomb has been planted.
we're seeing Evil Vision getting chipped away, and then it's down to a 1 or 2 against 4 or 3, and it's just not working out. And we're going to see this barrel stuff actually in Cool taking the kill in a 1v2. This might be possible if it can be done right.
He's gonna go with the flash, going for the jump peek, but Bora is ready for it.
No.
Dude, 7 rounds in a row for Merciless. I won't lie, Evil Vision, their aggressive playstyle hasn't really been working too well for them. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Scar pulled out yet, especially for the players playing in the back towards mid. It's a very popular weapon that a lot of players like to choose on this map. It's just rocking that Scar, using the scope for those long-range gunfights. That hasn't been pulled out a single time yet, which kind of surprises me.
Yeah, to be able to just hold mid right there. And sure, we've seen an AUG there, but yeah, just throw a Scar right there. You know, one person, it's still fine to use, especially on the B-Long side of things. Would have helped out for maybe Happen in that gunfight against Bora. But, well, again, to each his own. Maybe they'll bring that out at some point. But as for now, we're going to see a 1-for-1 trade. It's down to a 4v4 still. We're going to see some things being thrown, some damage being dealt. But Bora's still alive, so anything is still possible at this point. It's 2v2. Cool, the Metal versus Bora and Loose.
Oh man, Cool is in such a difficult spot. He's forced out of this angle. The util is going to help push him back, and Cool is just going to give up sight completely. But we have the flank from Metal. Bora gets taken down, and Eluse is forced off the plant because of that. That's going to be huge. Now Eluse has rotated out from sight, but look at this Metal. He runs in, gets the pick, and now he's disappeared. And Metal's going to repeat at the perfect time, but no, Eluse is going to win that gunfight. I thought for sure that would go in his favor, but now it's a mid swing from Cool, and he's going to catch him at the perfect time with the knife out. And finally, the snowball has been put to a halt. Evil Vision are able to get a round on the board that was much needed for them.
Yeah, that was very, very much so needed. And so now they can, you know, they probably lost probably more than they would have liked for, you know, deaths at least. But, oh well, they are still able to buy up. They're still able to do. And so, realistically, if they can take this round or maybe the next one as well, best case scenario. Vape has something to say about that. 1v1 trade. As we're going to see Vape and Rico go down. As we see this roll through, Raph able to get 1. Flying through the air is Ottawa, but Raph to refrag yet again. Bora doing what he does best, taking names to make it a 2v2 again.
Down over towards mid, Scott has a lot of map control to back him up here. He's made his way all the way into their spawn. Do Evil Vision know he's here though? That is the question. Rafa is kind of trying to keep his eye on the bomb, but at the same time, he has to worry about Scott's presence potentially flanking behind him. You can tell he's kind of just turning around a lot, being paranoid about it. Oh, and Scott, he's worked his way into the maze without getting spotted. But man, Rafa is just turning, he's flipping around, he's trying to clear angles, and oh my goodness, the jump peek to catch Scott off guard. This dude was so paranoid, but it worked out in his favor. Bora left in the 1v2, about 30 seconds left on this clock. What is he gonna do here? Gonna be clearing the right. Oh, he doesn't full clear it, and that's gonna be an easy headshot for Cool. Honestly, Evil Vision looked like they could make this a 5-7 half here. The money is not there for Merciless after that loss.
Yeah, this wouldn't be too bad. I mean, a 5-7 split is totally fine. You know, it's better than if it was a, you know, where they had 2 on their scoreboard. It would be terrible. But now they're working their way back up, and we are going to see 1 pistol, couple AKs, couple SGs, almost nothing for util. This is best case scenario for Evil Vision to bring it back. Now, will they still? I don't know. We'll find out because Boris still has a rifle, so still could be that thorn in their side. Vape is going to be taken down from the rear. Uh-oh, we are going to see a couple trades back and forth, and guess what? Within a couple seconds, we're at a 2v2. We see Bora can jump down. He does get 1, but then Happen is right there to take it, and let's see what is possible, and that is, well, That's Merciless grabbing another point. Loose. Good job. Congratulations for that. Now they're going to go into flip. The time for Evil Vision. Now this is where Evil Vision's aggressiveness can come in handy. Usually. We'll find out if that works or if Merciless is just going to be able to compete yet again and just call the shots on everything that they do.
Yeah, this first round should be quite exciting. We have mostly armor on the side of Merciless here. A couple of Eagles being bought for Evil Vision, and Scottage is going to get deleted immediately. Bora is flashed behind this box, but Rafa with that three-piece, cool, able to find a headshot as well. It loses the last man standing. It was almost looking like it could be a flawless round for Evil Vision. They did manage to get one pick on Metal though, but Eluse is gonna, oh, he doesn't know. Henrico is just let him pass. What is going on? He's like not even gonna, oh, I think Eluse is paranoid about it. He's gonna get the kill. Did he make noise or something? He must have. There's no way that he knew Henrico was there. It's like his spidey senses just went off or something. Eluse down to 51 HP, has a deagle in hand, but I don't know if he can clutch this 1v4. It's gonna be difficult. He does spot a player, but he's gonna have to pop the reload soon. Yeah, just going for the spam at this point. I mean, what can you even do if you're Eluse? The cool is just gonna get the easy pick on him and take him down.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst thing if they're able to take the pistol round for Evil Vision and then roll through, get these weapons again, and take the next one. Again, they're not going to be in the worst case scenario, but what they got to work on is to keep Merciless down. Not this round, but the next round when they get rifles, so they can make sure to pretty much equalize the score at that point. There is a path to victory, but it just requires a couple victories in a row. And really, it's kind of right here would be best case scenario for them to be able to take this one and the next. And then at that point, it should be pistols again, unless they force it, and they'll be able to do that again.
Oh my goodness,
get out of there. What? He took no damage either.
I have no idea. Otto always marked his way behind. Do they know he's here? Dude, he's just gonna walk in and deny that plan. I tell you what, that's honestly pretty solid from him. It might have lost the round, but he stopped the plant from going down. That's less money in the bank for Evil Vision. I would say that was a huge play by him there.
I would agree. Yeah, that is 100% true. That, like, hey, you know, you lost the round. You know, it's a 1v4 basically, 1v3, and whatever it comes out. But if you prevent the bomb and they kill you, then that means happy day, less money. So they're gonna try this again. Now this is where the rifles matter. Now here's the fun part: we have Vape and Ottawa bringing in the Scar this time around. So maybe it's not there yet, but we might be able to see that long hold for mid with the Scar. So we'll have to wait and see. So far, not working in the favor too much. Fake does go down with it, but we still have Ottawa in the mix. It's 4v3. It kind of all depends what can be done, and that is, well, not a whole lot, because gold does go down. It's just a 2v4. We've got to make this count. Oh, no.
Oh, and Boris. This guy just, his playstyle, it's like he's matching playstyle Evil Vision, bro. Like, he gets aggressive sometimes. He just goes for a quick little peek. He has the confidence, well... I mean, Bora has been popping off this game. Likely going to be the MVP of this BO2, if I'm not going to lie.
I would 100% expect that. And I agree. He just has that confidence. He pops out, takes a hit, does the thing, and then jumps back. I mean, he's confident in that moment, and then he dips. You know, sure, you can say, well, let's just get one and bounce it back. You know, sure, but like, hey man, it's working. You know, live to see another day, right? Oh no, Loose getting two, Scott Vape for another, and then Bora for the last. Just bam, bam, thank you, bam. Okay, well,
10-6 is not the best scoreline, but
you know,
I mean, I will not lie, this is probably going to go in favor of Merciless. I mean, if Evil Vision could do something for us, that'd be crazy, but they're on an eco here. We're most likely about to go to 11. At this point, I'm just expecting like a fast rush somewhere on the side of Evil Vision. Probably a lot of kills in the kill feed here. And yeah, it's a bloodbath. Eluse with a spray down. Oh my goodness, this man just went up to 22 kills.
Yeah, that helped out a little bit.
Yeah,
But, this is still Evil Vision's pick. That remember, they do have a 79% win rate, which is probably about to go down. But the fact that it's 75% for Merciless, obviously that's just in the general contendings of here in the professional esports side. So obviously they played a lot more in scrims and other tournaments and other things. And well, it seems like that 75 versus 79 is just a little bit tilted. This is not what you would expect from a team that's only played, quote unquote 4 times. But I mean, they're doing pretty good, and they're now at 11-6, and they are just a couple rounds away from just walking away with this. So unless Evil Vision pick it up right now and just start taking rounds, I agree. It's looking pretty good for Merciless right now.
Ooh, it's left in the 1v2. This is a much needed round for his team to stay alive in this game. He does have full HP, got some chip damage onto Ottawa there. But can he actually get the clutch for us? Evil Vision really need Cool to deliver here. He's got 45 seconds on the clock. Oh, I thought he spotted him. Looks like he did not there. If he would have just shot that wallbang though, that would have been some nice damage. But obviously he didn't know that he was going to be playing there. The smoke comes out to make life a little bit harder for Cool. He's going to just walk on in, sneak by the smoke. He's going to go for the jump. And that's not good because now Ottawa probably heard him. Oh my goodness, what is going on? He gets the headshot on him somehow. It's all up to Bora. He's stuck in this cubby. And I think Cool knows he's here, but it's going to be Bora to win the gunfight. He just has the health advantage. He's going to go for the jiggle peek as well. And Merciless said they just brought us to match point for our first map.
Well, and Bora's not been the flashiest. But man, when he goes on to 1v1, he hasn't really lost any. Even though Cool had like 18 HP and he had 100, but even if it was 2 100s, I would fully expect Bora to take at this point. No.
Oh my goodness.
What?
My man just goes on a rampage real quick. I mean, a quick 3k for a loose.
Yeah. Now we're match point with a 1v4. Yeah. So, with that being said, well, it looks like Merciless is going to take number 1 on this first map, and Eluse rolling up to 26 kills. Bora right behind him at 19. Kind of expected him to be a little higher, but the point is, whenever he got into a gunfight, he didn't lose. He may not have been the flashiest, but I'll be if second place still isn't good with 19-8, the least amount of deaths for the entire team.
What a incredible showing by Merciless there. I mean, they were just dominating. Again, we do have to remember this is a difference in region. Slightly worse ping for Evil Vision there. They're in like the 200s. Merciless, they're all below 100 right now. So again, we did end up playing that first map over on the servers of North America. We're probably gonna be going to South America servers as we get into the second map here, which should give Evil Vision more of an advantage. And they honestly did a pretty good job considering that they were playing on pretty high ping.
Yeah, and so that's something that's got to be taken into consideration there. But now we're rolling into Soar being our next map. That's going to be Merciless's pick. But at the same time, now it'll be on South America servers. So if it is somewhat the same distance-wise from the servers, we should be seeing Evil Vision chilling with, I don't know, 30, 40 ping, and Merciless be chilling at 150, 200 ping. So we'll find that out here shortly, because we got to take a short little break, get these guys into their new lobby, make sure their knives are sharpened, their guns are cleaned, and they're ready for game number 2. So guys, hang out with us, get a refill on your drinks, and we'll be back after the short break.
Planting the bomb. Bomb planted. wins.
Planting bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Planting bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Fire in the hole! Tossing flash. The bomb has been planted on B. Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Breach wins. Bomb has been planted.
Tossing smoke.
Breach wins.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb. I'm defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Coalition wins.
Tossing flash.
Breach wins. Bomb has been planted. Breach wins. Breach wins. Bomb has been planted. Breach.
corner with that flash bang goes off. He's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play that he can do. Right up in front of sight, and he's not all he's going.
Any other strategy that comes going to defense now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! Nothing that Ninja can do.
Hey, don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, and speed. Side quest, look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are rocking and rolling through these matches. Just got done with our first one, and I'll be rolling into our second one coming up here soon. But Merciless just did, well, not the unthinkable, but they definitely 12% of you guys, when we went through the polls and thought that Merciless could be taking this all the way. And, well, they're on a good track to doing so with the first one. But we'll be rolling into map number 2, which will be Soar. This will be on the South America servers, since this is Merciless's pick. But we do have to let you guys know about the one, the only, one of the best sponsors we have, which is G Fuel. So, just a little bit of, backstory with it. There's tons of flavors for you guys to be able to choose from. We choose to work with G Fuel because they have always, and I mean always, been a supporter of mobile esports as a brand and has high quality products that, we can believe in, that actually work. Benefits of these products, such as low calories, zero sugars, you won't have any unexpected crashes. You won't experience any of those. Clean, natural energy, variety of flavors. I think there's over 60 flavors now. And they also collaborate with some of those popular franchises out there, such as Mortal Kombat, The Witcher. We do know The Boys is on that as well, and so many more. G Fuel keeps the team in our daily lives fully energized while we're streaming, playing games, and overall activities to keep us energized.
Yes, again, big shout out to G Fuel. They've been longtime supporters of mobile esports. Make sure you're using code esports mobile if you want to get 30% off any of the products over at gfuel.com. Again, that's Tubs Shakers merch. If you haven't tried it before, you can get yourself a starter kit. Just make sure you're utilizing that code esports mobile if you want to get 30% off anything over at checkout. They just started releasing some mini tubs, which are a smaller serving. If you don't want to get the big size that are 40 servings, you can get the 15 serving tub that's on screen right now, and it'll be cheaper, and you can get a smaller size if you don't want to invest as much money into getting, a huge tub. So again, make sure you're using code esports mobile for 30% off over at checkout.
Yep. And if you guys hadn't checked it out yet, the Kino Operations is going on. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you can. There's some awesome looking skins rolling in that. You saw the trailer, very much so themed, movie themes across the board for that. And they look good. They feel good, and of course, you also go into helping support everything that happens in the esports area, because everything can go back with that. And then plus, there's also Neon Ice rolling it through as well. You've got that for the lucky spin, so check it out. Which I like it because there's a P90 skin rolling in it. I always love me another P90 skin for the lulz. And of course, you got yourself pistol, wrench, gloves, and of course, utilities along with that.
Dude, I want to hit someone with a cold grasp glove. That just sounds like such a clean name. Just imagine grabbing someone with that, the cold grasp. I love the name of that skin.
Yep. And so again, check it out. It's all the stuff in the game is all ready and available right now. So go ahead and hop in there and check it out. But we got to check out a little bit what happened on map number 1, which looked super strong right off the bat. You know, Evil Vision in the beginning, or actually both pistol rounds did super good. But as it seemed to have happened, once Merciless kind of got, you know, real weapons, it kind of went out the window a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Evil Vision, they started off strong, a 2-0 lead. Again, we do need to remember this is Merciless's server. Evil Vision were playing on high ping, but at the same time, the amount of momentum that Merciless built up, going from 0 to 2, they went all the way up to 7 to 2 on the side of Merciless. 7 rounds in a row of just non-stop winning, and that's not something you want to see for Evil Vision. Again, I know they like to go for an aggressive play style, and I'm sure it would work better for them if they were on their own servers, because it's super hard to play aggressively like that when you're on a high ping. Sometimes it can work out, you know, maybe catching your opponent off guard is the edge you need when you're playing on the high ping, because you already won't have an advantage in your own gunfights. But again, we'll have to see how they carry this out over towards Soar, a map that really hasn't gotten a lot of playtime in the Pro League. And it's also not really a map that favors a lot of aggressive playstyle on the Coalition side. You really just have to play super slow and laid back, more specifically over towards your own spawn. So I think we'll be seeing that a lot on the Coalition side of Soar as we head over into map number 2.
Yeah, I think that it probably could work out in Soar if they push up to maybe pools and hang out right there and just beat them as soon as they come across. But it just kind of all depends a little bit. Like, that's as far as they could probably go with that. But as we saw, as we can see, the numbers keep rising here for Merciless. You know, like I said, it was 2 to 7. Well, we're at 2 to 5, and it just seemed to not be going their way. And honestly, the biggest contender that really made that happen was Bull. You know, as we talked about during the game, as I mentioned, you know, he wasn't the flashiest, but every time he was going up into a fight, he was gonna win. I mean, even with low HP, which this specific round he does not. At the end of that one, he does go down. But again, for the most part, if there's a fight, he's gonna win it. And well, that really kind of kept things down, probably a little bit more than Evil Vision would have liked. So as they roll up these points, like even here, like you see Happen is ready, but the Warren just takes him down again, and it's like this man is just taking names. He repositions and does what he needs to do. But usually Evil Vision's playstyle of being aggressive does work, but it seemed like Merciless had those counters ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, even this player cool just caught him off. I mean, I'm telling you, this aggressive playstyle Evil Vision plays, it works for them sometimes. They like to push mid a lot on that Coalition side, but it seemed like Merciless were just ready for them. And it didn't really help that they were playing on a higher ping. You know, you just really can't utilize that playstyle too often. They went for a couple backstabs as well. I know Rafa was pushing up on B-Long a couple rounds. He did get caught sometimes, but he was able to find some nice and easy picks a couple times as well. And then Happen here just went for the challenge in that last one-on-one gunfight, and it didn't work out in his favor. Now, Evil Vision did end up winning this pistol round here, and I believe they won the round after that as well, so they made it 8 to 6. And then after that, the end was just in sight for them. I mean, it was no more rounds won after that. Merciless just went on a 5-win streak to bring us a 13-6 final scoreline. So I mean, I think we'll be seeing more out of Evil Vision as we come into the second map. It's so hard to play on Soar, unless you have unless you're like perfect with your team play. It's so hard to like push up and get picks and stuff like that on a map like Soar, especially if you're playing on high ping. So I'm not sure how Merciless are prepared to face off against this. Maybe we'll see some more Scar gameplay, because it was really underutilized in this first map. Merciless did pick it up a couple of times, but for the most part it wasn't used like at all, and I'm fully expecting it to be pulled out, you know, more often, especially if Merciless start on the Coalition side. They'll probably be defending with it quite a bit.
Yep, I would fully expect that as well. And well, Evil Vision really needs to just find that spot, and the fact that they're going to have a little bit more advantage on the server side, again, should help them out a little bit. Now, as we roll into Soar, technically Evil Vision does have a better win rate on it, being 75% versus Merciless is 67 and 4 maps respectively and 3. So, you know, they've got basically one extra win on top of them, and Soar, again, has just not been played that much, so it really just comes down to what we find out in the moment as far as seeing how much they've practiced and that they've been ready. That's just where that's going to come down to be. Now, can and will there be on-the-fly moments? Sure. I'm sure Boar is going to be one of those that are just going to, you know, keep him down because he did that so well, and Eluse as well. So it just kind of all depends who takes that front runner position for the team. But as that unfolds, we'll find, you know, kind of those little nooks and crannies to find out if it's going to work out or not in Evil Vision's favor. You know, was it solely the servers, and they just couldn't make it happen with over 200 ping? Because, you know, I mean, if I go from 30 to 50, I mean, I can feel it. Like, I can't imagine going from one server being 200 and then pop into a server and be like, oh, I got 20. And, you know, that's a huge difference. That is 10x. So the fact that they are that versatile, you know, that's pretty good. Because, again, like I said, you know, if you bump up 20, 30, you feel it. And they're able to still do this good with 200.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting this game to be interesting. I know it hasn't gotten a lot of gameplay ever since the nerf, but maybe some shotgun, more specifically KSG gameplay on this map. I know Soar is a very close quarters map. I wouldn't be surprised to see it pulled out, especially on the team that has higher ping. Also, potentially Euratio. I know Port is not really a sniper map. You don't see the sniper pulled out much. I'm kind of interested to see if we'll get a sniper here, because rocking a sniper on pool or even like over towards B site is something that's pretty common on a map like Soar. So we probably, if we're lucky, we'll get to see Cooler happen, whip out that Euratio. On Merciless, I'm not sure who that designated sniper player is. It usually kind of just jumps around to whoever wants to rock it. I know it's Snoop sometimes, but if we do see a sniper on either side, then that would be pretty awesome as well, because I want to see some of the more, you know, some of the more unpopular weapons put into play on this map of Soar. It's going to be quite interesting because we don't see Soar that often. The few times that we do get to cast it, it's always a treat.
Absolutely, and yeah, I feel like the KSG or maybe Shotgun Control just need a little bit more of a bump to make them viable again. Like, I mean, don't be wrong, I know the KSG when it came out was just sniping faces, which, I mean, you know, bring it back a little bit, but I feel like it just needs a little bit, you know, I'd say maybe a 5 to 8% little bump, you know, just make it a little bit more viable, at least in maps like Soar, or really in the close quarters like the B site for Port, you know, where, like, you know, if you use it outside of that, it's not going to do too well. But if in the right scenarios, if you're, say, again, on the coalition and you're defending, it actually could be used.
Yeah, I mean, especially like if you're defending and you're just holding a close doorway or something, like KSG is totally a viable weapon for B side, or maybe you're even like holding the elbow push over by the A ramp and you just have a KSG there. Like, there's so many spots where you can make a KSG work on a map like Soar. So we should definitely see some shotgun play here, especially if it's like maybe an eco round or a save round and they just want to buy a cheaper gun and not invest fully in like an AUG or something like that. I think we will definitely be seeing some shotgun, at least one shotgun bot on this map. I'll be a little disappointed if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, if we don't see one bot here, then that definitely means that it needs to be that little 5 to 7, 8% little bump needs to come in just a little bit, just to, again, make it to where it's not just M4s and Scars and SGs. You know, again, bring it to where that there's a, you know, because it really did do some damage when it first came out, especially the KSG. But I think it's time to just bring a little bit more love back into it so we can see a little bit more, you know, variety. But we'll be getting into the next map here very shortly. And again, that's going to be Soar here shortly. Again, we're just waiting for these last few players to make sure that their knives are sharp and that their gun barrels are clean. They've got all the nasty things out of the way. And, well, it looks like it is time to find out whose side's going to be what. They're going to go into the knife round.
I think both sides will want to start on Coalition. If Evil Vision get Coalition, I'm expecting a bad scoreline in favor of Merciless, just because this map is super Coalition-sided more often than most of the other maps. Again, we'll have to see who ends up winning this knife. I know Merciless like to go with that corner stack, but they can't really do that when they have to knife over towards ramp. Like, what corner are they going to utilize? There's not really one for them to take advantage of. We can see they're kind of just hanging out in the back there. But again, we know that Merciless don't like to get aggressive on the knife when they have the option to do so. They're trying to use the corner stack. They're like, all right, we'll pretend there's a wall behind us. Oh, actually, I lied. They're going on the offensive here. I wasn't expecting that, but it's going to be Evil Vision anyways. Henrico getting a 3-piece, it looks like, there in the knife round. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. If I was Evil Vision, I would start on Coalition. I think that you could really just, you know, put the hammer down on Merciless if you get that early lead.
Yeah, I agree as well. The fact that they really do need it at this point, and the fact that this map specifically would benefit that horrendously well. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to do it again. Coalition and Breach for Merciless. So let's run it again, just like we did last time, except maybe this time Evil Vision getting that early lead and keeping it.
Here in the pistol round, so far Merciless, they've taken a lot of map control. Loose, able to take down Enrico. Metal is hanging out over towards Coalition spawn, and Bomb is going to be going down. Merciless haven't planted in favor of this pool side over here, so this is going to be huge for them. We have a backstab coming in. Cool, able to find one. Metal take us a gunfight as well. Loose is about to be a dead man. He's just getting surrounded from every direction, and it's currently a 2 versus 4. Both of these players choosing to back up towards the elbow here. But Vape and Bora, can they make this happen? Bora able to get 1 pick. Happen, gonna tap the defeats, but Bora gets another kill. He's gonna find a 3rd. Happen is gonna take him down. It's up to Bora in the 1v1. Happen on 8 HP. Can he make this happen? He's gonna tap the bomb, and it's gonna be Bora with the 4K to entry this out for Merciless. Oh my goodness. What a performance by the man himself. We were just hyping him up in the last map, and this dude has been going crazy so far. It's only the first round, and he's gonna save Merciless in that 2v4 there.
I mean, remember what I said about, you know, him not being the flashiest person, but, you know, definitely gonna be winning those fights. Well, he definitely did, and guess what? We're only in the 2nd round, and look at that. There was Loose did have a KSG, but look at this, all this just death. And what's surprising is Evil Vision taking out so many people with only pistols. So honestly, I'd say that is a win of a round for Evil Vision for taking out 3 out of 5 with pistols, honestly. And so there was a KSG there. I saw it. Did it do anything? No, but it definitely was there.
You know, I'm not surprised that that Evil Vision got so many picks there. It's not uncommon for them to just pop off on a pistol round. They do it a lot. And especially on a more close quarters map like Soar, they could probably just have some cheeky strat that they can make work. Now again, what do Merciless choose to respond with here? They did lose a couple of players. Because of that, they kind of have to force up. We can see Scott and Bora do have a lot of money to back them up, but Vape and Ottawa, respectively, they're super poor now. 300 and 200 each to their name. And Aluz just chose to not even buy up again. He could have bought one with the team, but he's going to stick with just the P250 for now. So money is not looking too good for Merciless here. If they lose this round, they could be in trouble.
Well, let's see what can be done, because Merciless having this early lead, especially on the Breach, is huge, especially for Soar. So Evil Vision really needs to stop them now, which now that they have weaponry to do so, let's see what they can do. Happen already getting the first one. And it is going to force them to kind of rotate around a little bit.
Oh man, he's about to be in the position of a lifetime here. Flash coming out to try and push him off this angle. He's gonna eat that flash, and this man is trying to pre-fire, but he's full blind, still able to get 1. But Metal comes in from the back. He's able to get 2, not before Ottawa stops him in his tracks. But it's currently a 1-on-2. Ottawa is able to recover the bomb. The damage has definitely been done to Merciless here, but I will give a shout out to them. They've gotten a lot of picks. Even if they do end up losing this round, they've put Identity, Evil Vision themselves, and Ottawa is just going to smoke himself off and choose to save the gun. Not really a lot of time to work with, so you can't blame them. He's just going to hide out over here by these stairs.
Yep, and he's just not going to let that happen. Keep the weapon. Again, Muddy wouldn't be the best, so the fact that he's staying alive definitely helps him out a little bit. And yeah, everything's looking pretty solid right off the bat here. And oh boy, those ping differences. Wow, a 13? I mean, it's happened in the server room. I mean, for that server, I mean, 11? So, I mean, people are doing pretty good. It's definitely in their vicinity. And the fact that the pings are 150 up for Merciless is definitely could be better.
No, I'm seeing dualies on the board here in Bora's hands. He better do something with them because you never see the dualies but so I need a clip for the stream here. Please get like 1 kill with the dual pistols. That would be kind of nice. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but
Come on. And come on, those are the Rumble dualies, might I
yeah,
add.
he's flexing the Rumble too. Oh my goodness.
I love, now I get to see them in the wild. All right.
I mean, they're both ramp. I think it's he may or may not peek into these players here. It looks like they're getting ready for potentially a crossfire. And Boris slowly working his way up. Is he going to spot Metal out here? He's going to pop some warning shots, but Henrico is going to take him down.
Perfect execution. Well, as it rolls, Evil Vision grabbing it by the reins, taking this match up to a tie, 2-2, and now we've got pistols rolling out for Merciless. I mean, they can still do stuff. They got lots of demons. Oh no, that nade just took Bora down so hard, and well, same for Scott a little bit. But as they're just getting obliterated, leaving loose by himself. Getting sprayed through, a little bit of damage dealt, but he's still holding strong, holding the sneak. If he can pop out, but nah, Cool's too ready.
And I think we're about to get hit with a full buy here, and Eluse has pulled out a Euratio. Things just got spicy on the side of Merciless. Now the sword stats popping up here on screen. Evil Vision, they've played it 4 times with a win rate of 75%. Now Merciless, they've played it 3 times. They've won 2 out of 3. So each of these teams only have 1 loss so far on Soar. However, that's going to change for one of them by the end of the day. Now Happen, he's in a super aggressive position here. Oh, he chooses to back up. I was about to say, I really like this spot. I bet he could have gotten a nice kill feed. He's gonna just throw a flash in desperation, but he is a dead man. Happen is just gonna get forced out in that corner, and Vape is ready to take down Henrico as well over towards the back of Pool. And now the push commences for Merciless. They're gonna start crossing over towards here, but they're gonna have to deal with Metal if they choose to commit to this push. If they swing this elbow here, Metal is ready for it. He is posted up in a very good spot. He can hold the coalition spawn push, at the same time be ready to deal with players pushing up on his left. Oh, and Cool is gonna get the headshot on board. Now Metal's ready for the refrag, and there it is. The teamwork between these guys is incredible. He gets a second pick, but Scott is ready for the trade. Now down to a 2v2, but the HP does favor Evil Vision coming into this here. Scott is looking pretty low. And Rafa is gonna drop Vape. It's only Scott, 44 HP and a Dream. It looks like he's gonna just gun it out of there. He's gone from the generator side, and he's already made his way all the way back over towards mid. However, I think Evil Vision have caught on to this. I mean, there's 25 seconds on the clock, and they know he's here. But oh, Rafa's gonna lose that gunfight. Scott's still trying to go for the cross, but Cool is ready for it. And Evil Vision pick up another round. It's currently 4-2 in their favor. They're leading by 2 already. That is definitely a good look for them.
It definitely is indeed, and they are making the best use not only of the map, but also the server. And so now that they're able to choose and kind of have that little bit of advantage, it's working out. Now we are going to see again full buy coming in again from Merciless to try this again. They're going to go for it. Looks like a nice, long, hard push here in mid. Now, will they commit to that? Maybe not. We're going to make sure that they rotate around. Yeah, it just doesn't look like anything's fully determined yet. They're kind of in flux right now. We are seeing Happen. He is just chilling on the corner, using his ears, waiting to hear anything as they roll through. And we are going to see Henrico get one, Happen pops out, get another. Still two more there, and they have the bomb just in their sights.
And oh, cool. Is it gonna track? I thought Happen would have kept pushing Ottawa with the free kill there. That man was full blind, but he didn't commit to it. However, that bomb is down over towards pool. And look at the rotation from Evil Vision now. They're just ready to lock this down. Ottawa knows he's in trouble. I mean, what can they do? And the flash comes out. Happen is just going on the offensive. Bora is ready for a refrag.
Coalition wins.
But Henrico is just gonna take him down. And the lead, it's starting to build up for Evil Vision here.
Yep, they're doing exactly what Merciless did last game. And so, well, let's just see if they can keep it going. They've got 2 more rounds before the equalize to win. Merciless decided to, let it go. So we'll see if Merciless can pick it back up. Again, full buy. SG's coming in. And so we're going to be seeing another attempt. But again, from what I'm seeing through the map, it just seems like there's just not a lot of guaranteed decisions. Like, you see some people moving back and forth, you see them repositioning. They're just not in a moving synchronous to where they need to go.
Tossing smoke.
One pick on each side already to start this round off. Rafa currently has his sights on Scott. I know he probably doesn't know it because of that smoke. But man, if he would have just tapped the shoot button there, that would have been a free kill for him. It looks like the bomb is working its way up the pool once again.
Fire in the hole.
Ottawa able to throw a frag there. Maybe to sort of, show some presence. Unfortunately for him, no one was ready to receive the frag on the side of Evil Vision. And Ottawa's already crossed over into the elbow here. Metal is holding this peak. Oh, he's gonna spot the player. And now it's the peak, but man, Merciless, they've caught onto that dual play that they like to do. And Henrico's gonna get taken down, but not before Metal gets a refrag. Ottawa ready to trade him out though. It's down to a 2 versus 2. Cool gonna come in from Generator here. And Ottawa, he's on the offensive. I don't think Cool's gonna expect him to be pushed up this far, and he's gonna take him down. Rafa's last man standing in a 1 versus 1. The bomb is down to his right. Does he know about this? Probably not. But oh my goodness, it's a flick from Rafa.
What?
How does Ottawa choke that? I thought that was for sure gonna be Merc's round. But this man does the impossible. What a pick. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Rafa won that. It's like, I just can't believe it. There's no way that Merciless pulled that round.
Well, apparently it is. So as that happens and we roll forward, well, we're almost there. One more round to match what Merciless did. It's 6-2. Evil Vision is on a roll. We're getting close to switching over to the halfway point, but not just yet. Evil Vision still can grab 3 more rounds if they would like, if they can. Right now, they're sitting in a really strong position, even though they are, well, I was going to say down by 1 person, but never mind. Henrico and Happen changed that. Now they're ahead by 1. 2 of them are still on pools, and they're here to refrag, and now there's only 1 more here. They both jump around. Headshot coming in from Happen, and then it's going to be all up to Scotty himself in a 1v3.
I mean, he has a good map control, but Evil Vision, by now, the bomb is down. They gotta know that he's pushed from another side of the map. You can see Henrico is watching this backstab push here. And Scott is slowly walking up here. Is he gonna expect Henrico to be playing here? Oh, he's gonna get the kill, but he's down to 8 HP. And there's only 34 seconds left on the clock. I don't know that Scott can win this. I mean, it would be near impossible. The bomb is in such a terrible spot. They've smoked it off as well. He's gonna go for a flash just to try and maybe secure some control. He picks up a second flash. And he's gonna go for some pre-fire there. But yeah, both players just waiting for him on the side of Evil Vision. What can you even do in that position if you're Scott? Probably nothing. Oh, okay, I need to see this replay again because I still can't believe that Rafa ended up winning this round. We go to the 1v1, and it's like he turned and fell down. I think that's what messed up Ottawa, is that he wasn't expecting him to like drop down.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting it either. But Now we're at that point. It's 7-2. Is this where Evil Vision choke like Merciless did, or is this now going to be the change that they need? That they're just going to push forward. Now there is a flash in 1v1 trade. Henrico does go down. We still have Happen just chilling and waiting. Scott may go down here, which he does, and then it looks like they're going to rotate back from pool and try and go another direction. His pool side has been absolutely locked down, and well, they've only got 2 real other options.
Yeah, I will admit the pool execute from Evil Vision has been kind of sloppy, yet they still get away with it so many times. Like they usually, a lot of rounds will like end up losing a player, but then Merciless just can't close out the round anyways. So they definitely need to do a better job at their pool push if they do decide that's how they're gonna start off the next round. Now again, right now we're in a 2 versus 3. Vape and Bora both working their way over towards mid. And no smokes for the cross here, which means they're gonna have to deal with Cool holding this head glitch on the stairs. Are they going to expect him to be here though? That is the question. And Cool, he's ready for it. He's gonna get the first headshot. Vape ready with a trade, and he's gotten his way onto site, able to secure the bomb plant. Evil Vision not close enough to deny it. Vape left in a 1v2. This would be a pretty incredible clutch for Merc, and one that they need a lot to stay in this game. But Metal is gonna clutch it up, and yeah, they are not going to be repeating what happened last game. It's Evil Vision continuing the streak. They've now won 8 rounds in a row.
Bomb has been defused.
I'm starting to think a 10-2 scoreline is entirely possible.
I am too. This is more than capable. Now for those 30+% of you guys that thought a tie was in order, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty possible right now.
Smoke out. Tossing frag. Frag out. Tossing the smoke grenade.
Rafa with the resmoke over towards mid. Currently no one has been dropped yet. A lot of Uto being dumped for Evil Vision, just trying to stall out the pushes. So far they've stalled out down to 1 minute and 10 seconds on this clock. They're definitely looking pretty good as far as holding this down, but Rafa, the smoke is about to fade for him, and he's gonna have to deal with 3 players in mid that are ready to contest him if he does decide to peek this again. Rafa able to get 1, but there's 2 picks in favor of Merciless here. Henrico has come in with a rotation, but he's not able to deny the cross. The smoke is gonna come out. He's just gonna push into sight early to try and stop the momentum, and he's able to take down Ottawa. That's a huge pick. Vape ready with a trade, but Henrico gonna get a second. And Cool is gonna find a pick of his own as well. Henrico with a 3-piece to close it off. It's 9-2. We're at the last round of the half here, and 10-2 is probably gonna happen at this point. I think it's like a guarantee. I don't know that Merciless. They need to do something crazy that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they just don't have a whole lot going for them right now. They're doing this. I don't want to say the same thing every time, but. You know, they're running SGs, they're running in, they're trying to do it, but then right here they get stopped, smoked, naded. Pool, Happen is so close, so far up, but it's already smoked off. They've essentially trapped them in their spawn almost.
Yeah, I mean, look at how aggressive they're getting over towards Pool. Happen is literally holding this doorway single-handedly. He's just not even allowing them to push up here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is just, again, they're holding him in their spawn. And now they're able to move out towards mid a little bit, but it seems to be in a bit of a vein of veil. I mean, we do see a 2-2 drop, and so it's 3 versus 3 now. They are inside the bomb site. Metal is making sure to see if he can make his way around, but there's smokes everywhere. He does get a break, and Fate does go down. Bomb is planted for Merciless, but I mean, they still got a man advantage. They've got ping advantage. They got everything's been going for them at this point. They're going to go for the push. Flash comes out, is just spraying, does take 1, and they're able to go for a trade. Now it's up to Scott by himself against Cool and Happen. Bomb, take it away, going for the defuse. A little bit of a delay, but Cool is ready. And that 10-2 happens.
What a scoreline. to start this off here. I mean, Evil Vision, like we were saying, dude, they're on their own server now. They started on the coalition side. They had every advantage to help them out. They literally only lost the pistol round and the ego round after it. And now, I mean, they're just ready to, you know, put the hammer down on Merciless. I don't know what else to say. At this point, it just comes down to, can they win this pistol round or not? Because Merciless maybe want to try and at least get some round balance back from this. I mean, I suppose the comeback is possible. It's going to be very difficult for them, though. At the very least, they want to try and get some round balance back in their favor, because they did win 13-6 on the first map, and they probably don't want to end on a scoreline of 13-2. So every round is definitely going to matter here. Now, Happen does get a nice pistol onto a loose there. Vape trying to push up through the smoke, but it's not going to work out for him. Bora gets spotted in this corner, and he should be a dead man soon, but Scott able to get 2, and he's still alive. It's down to a 3v1 now, though, and Bora, I don't know how he stayed alive. They knew he was inside that corner the whole time. He's able to get another pick, but Cool is ready with a headshot to trade him out. Evil Vision, I don't know. I think after they win this round, they're going to bring us to match point. Merciless have no choice but to try and force up, in my opinion. I don't know if... I mean, it looks like maybe they're just not going to force up. I am seeing a Deagle bot from Ottawa and Scott, so maybe the force isn't coming this round. They're just gonna let it go to 12.
Maybe. I mean, is that the better decision? But I don't know. I mean, obviously you don't want to have 2 force rounds in a row if you don't take it. So at this point, might be the best case scenario to just let this roll and be able to have as much as possible rolling into the next round, which is looking like what they're gonna do. But Evil Vision 11-2. This is just so bad. You know, this is not where Merciless want to be, and it really just shows, you know, if Evil Vision's not at the peak performance that they need to be, and they may not be able to do what they want to do against their enemy team on, you know, a server at 200 pings. We've seen them be able to do some nasty stuff in the past with 150 ping, but on their own servers, definitely a possibility. And it looks like on their servers respectively, they're doing a lot better than Merciless did on their servers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised that the bomb hasn't gone down yet on the side of Evil Vision. They're playing this really tactically, considering that it is a pistol. Maybe they don't know that it's a save round for Merciless. They probably were expecting a force here, and they might be caught off guard by the fact that it's only pistols. And now the push is starting to come in. Bora gets some nice damage, but he's going to get taken down. And Loose does drop Cool, though, and is able to recover an AK. That actually could be huge for the team. Looks like he has a flash in hand as well to try and help him take sight, but Rafa is ready to delete him. And yeah, it's about to be over for them. Ottawa does get a nice Deagle pick there, though. That's 2 weapons dropped on the side of Evil Vision. Definitely going to help them out a little bit. But that bomb is slowly starting to tick down. Can Ottawa do any more? That would be pretty huge. He does get another pick, making it a total of 3 bodies dropped on the side of Evil Vision. And we're now at match point, but it's going to be a force on both sides.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody's doing just really nice and even across the board. Like, Merciless is getting kills. They're just not getting the rounds.
Oh, those flashes are gonna force Scott off the angle. That's not good.
No, it's not. And I mean, at least I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to Evil Vision. They've made so much more progress, so much further up the map than Merciless did. I mean, you see that they were almost right there all the way to the tip of A, but where before Merciless is having a hard time getting past the pools. So that's just a huge difference in speed, aggression, and placement. To where it's just not working in their favor. We do have a scar, 2 scars in the mix again. So that's fun for Merciless. They seem to be definitely utilizing that to the best of their advantage.
You're gonna get a huge pick on Rafa over towards A long. Looks like the bomb has made its way all the way around the map over towards pool. There's about 38 seconds left on the clock, and Happen is gonna get caught trying to jump on top of this umbrella. It doesn't work out for him. And yeah, I don't know that Evil Vision can win this round, actually. Merciless are still hanging on. The question is, how long can they hang on for? Enrico's gonna get dropped, and Cool is now the last man standing. Does recover the bomb, but he's gonna get spotted. He does even more damage to Eluse there. And now the flash comes out. Yeah, he's a dead man. Cool is gonna get dropped, and I'm thinking maybe we're gonna see an eco round from Evil Vision here, which is gonna give Merciless some free rounds on the board.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help them out a little bit to make this not so terrible. They might be able to match up to where they were last time, because again, that was a 13-6 on game number 1. So they might be able to get close, but if Evil Vision can... Yeah, they might be able to make it happen if they do. One round earlier is possible. Let's see what's possible. We are going to have 2 already down on the side of Evil Vision. No surprise, but we do have the AK. Never mind, not in play anymore. And Metal going to be, or no, that's going to be Happen on the other side. Does get a deagle kill and recovers the scar, so that's going to be a little bit better of a help. Metal is just going to be chilling here. He's going to be waiting.
Oh my goodness. Okay, he just gets the headshot.
Beautiful. All right.
All of a sudden, how was this turned around in their favor?
Yeah, I mean, they got weapons. They stole the utility, and the bomb is making its way now with Happen. So they're putting it in the middle of everywhere. Now they're going to be able to slide around. The smoke is going to hold it. Grenade flying in. Happen is still super low, but Metal, can he push forward with this? Hold them down. Oh, make it back. He does without taking too much damage. Metal is for one, Metal for both. What?
That's why he's the best player in the world, man. Just doesn't even need the help of his teammate. He says, I'm just gonna recontest this and kill both of them. Like, dude, I don't know.
Con and Eco.
They thought they backed him in a corner. He said, nah, I'm ready to strike. I'm just gonna peek out, get the 2Ps all on my own. Don't even need the rotation play for my teammate there. Dude, Metal, this guy is something else, man. What can I say?
Yeah, he definitely is. And well, he is the #1 highest rated player in esports realm for a reason, and being able to pull a 1-to-1. So the 36 or 38% of you guys that voted for a tie, well, congratulations, you'll be getting some goodies for yourself. And now that it's gone down to a 1-to-1, so there's a split. Both these teams will get 1 point each, and respectively a 13-6 and a 13-3. So servers, it seemed to have mattered, but definitely you can see why Evil Vision is one of the best on their servers, rocketed out 3 rounds earlier. So we're going to see an updated standings here as we see Evil Vision, well, and Merciless grab another point each. Nothing changes just yet. Evil Vision hasn't had the chance to have a lot of round balance to help them out just yet. Even though, it is going to be going up to 5, and Merciless is going to go up to 12, and they each get 1 point each. So we'll have to wait and see if they can, with some of these matches later on this week, and see whatever they can pull out for next time. But congratulations, Merciless is still chilling in the 2nd spot, but Evil Vision is going to be coming up soon, I can imagine. So as we roll through this, we'll see some different names, because remember, we still have another set of games for you guys today, and that, my friends, will be Sentinel versus Xenocide. Yeah, it's coming. It's on the way. I'm excited about it. And, well, we will have to find out a little bit, since these 2 teams are now over. We do have to get the new teams ready and in their lobby and ready to go. So, guys, we got to take another break to make sure that these next teams are ready to go and that they are in their lobbies. Again, knives are sharpened, guns are clean, and everybody is ready to go. So stay tuned, get a refill again, because we'll be back with the 2nd set of matches here after the break.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Planting bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Fire in the hole! Tossing flash. The bomb has been planted on B. Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Reach wins. Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted on B. Tossing smoke.
Reach wins.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb. I'm defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Coalition wins.
Tossing flash.
Reach wins. Bomb has been planted. Reach wins. Reach wins. Bomb has been planted. Reach.
You set my soul on fire. they want to approach this retake. Finally, the bomb is being retrieved by Kissel, and I think they are going, yeah, one of the Saints players is going for a backstab. Aries that being, I like that. I like to see that. I think it can really... Oh, no, wait, hold, officer. Anoxic as well. Okay, so now it's a 2v2. Officer is trying to move in from CT, and I don't think Aries' position is even known yet, so he might even get a freebie here, which he does, gets Kissel, and now again it's all left up to Ecstasy, and Officer takes him down. Saints are looking so solid on this collision times. 3 rounds now where it looks like they're gonna lose, and they somehow shift the tides, and it just turns out in their favor. So Saints are on 11-2 away. They just need a round. They literally just need a round, but there you go. Democracy finds a first in this game. That's gonna be a 3-2. Okay, Saints, you have to win this one. You've been in this situation for like the better half of this game, where you're looking promising. It's a 2v3, everything's looking great, and then somehow, you know, Melody, Fallen Knight, Noxic, one of them just gets a double, and then it's over. So Saints, if you're looking to actually go to the match tomorrow, if you're looking to go to the finals, you have to win this one. But Melody, not like this. Oh, he spots once, gets down Democracy, but Officer takes him down. Okay, now Fallen Knight left all alone, that 1v2, gets a nice flick, and it's not, no, Fallen Knight, what is that? Down as well. Melody doing the heavy lifting there, and the 3 people stacked towards B-Long just does not work out as Noxic finds Democracy. Now Delal left down to a 2v4. They're gonna try to just push B, and they still have that one final burden to cross from B-Long to side, but it should go pretty smoothly, especially with those smokes now being into play. So they are able to cross, I think, and get the plant. Looking good. I mean, this is gonna be elevate on double digits if they complete this. I mean, Fallen Knight again. Yes, those long ranges on grounded are perfect for you. Ratio again. Oh, that's just nasty. You didn't have to do that. You could have just given it to your teammate, but no. Fallen Knight just playing for content today, and well, that brings elevate up to 10.
Yeah, with
right now.
Oh,
you're gonna have Mafia to contend with.
Did he spot them? Okay, now he. Okay.
Valuable information gained, but loss of life. And that rotation coming in for these players should happen quick here on the side of Flawless. Barrow, Deagle in hand. It's phenomenal. Love that. Look at Emerald top right there. Bomb being planted. This is his first couple shots. He's getting careful. Tag down to 56 right now. He's about to get dropped.
His team's coming in though. Ox and Artist though hits it back. He's getting huge kills though for Allen. And Ox now versus Allen in a 1v1. Nobka actually versus Ox. Can they get this kill? Yes, Nobka will. Or Nakba will get the kill. And the defuse. Wow. Flawless win the pistol round 2.
Bomb has been defused.
Really important round here for Flawless. If you're gonna make the comeback, you want to make it before they hit match point, where you give yourself just a little bit of cushion. Not making a move just yet.
As many rounds as possible, because if they lose with even more than 7 rounds, they get to pick the server.
Yep.
Like you said, and the team that's picked the server has won, or whichever server it's been on has won so far. That first matchup, and
yeah, having the ping advantage on a longer range map like Canals definitely gonna help.
Okay, Zeke.
Big moves here.
Oh, Zeke!
He gets the quad feed. Double Lord Far quad.
Okay. This might be Mayhem 5.
They're gonna have to play flawlessly for the rest of the game. Mayhem 5 having to bring out P7. Not a good buy here on this map. Jelly's the one who brought it out. Maybe a Deagle with some armor would have been just a better choice. Save some cash. Guess it comes down to this. Oh man, here's Mafia. No.
Whoa.
Just feasting and feasting. It's over. It is over. The mysterious stranger is won. He's coming out. He's strong. Picks up a 4th. If he gets an ace here, I'm done. Kelly's somehow staying alive. He might get it, man. He moves down into underpass. He's looking around.
Wins.
Not gonna be able to, but it doesn't matter. He got the quad feed in. Yeah, but that means they're gonna get it on the flip.
Bomb has been planted.
Man, just a full-on 5v5 retake. You don't see this too often for pistol rounds. Each team went for a stack on one site and they chose wrong. And now Reserve Phoenix have a full-on retake here. And it's already a Loose pushing up, trying to see if he can disengage the time he's just able to back out from the corner. He's met by the players for tunnels now. Metal's going to open up with the round here onto Eluse. Henrico has taken a bit of damage, but overall the players in favor Mr. Phoenix right now. Scott, the lone man on side, and everyone is in heaven, and they're all smoked off right now, and we're just going to see the bomb stick going down right now. What do you do if you're Merc in this situation? And Clue with the flank. I didn't even know he was here. What is going on right now? And this guy's going for the knife. What is happening? No way he gets one. Oh my gosh. When I think they heard the noise from these players on side, and now they're going to back up and rotate to A. Both players over-rotated to B, but look at this. They're already gone. Knife out to vent.
That flash thing goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, able to pick it up, he's got one more play that he can do, right up front of sight, and he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that might go to the now? Is he gonna have time to, is he gonna have time to, is he gonna do it? Oh my god, he's jumping the name of the team.
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Alright, welcome back, Critical Ops Esports fans. Thank you so much for waiting during that break. We had to make sure the teams have enough time to get ready for this next set of best of 2. Again, we just had an exciting VO2 between Merciless and Evil Vision, and now we're almost ready to hop into our next match of Sentinel versus Xenocide. It should be a very exciting one. Of course, I am this. I'm joined by A-Master over here on my left. I gotta know, are you excited for this VO2 coming up? Because, I don't know, that first one was definitely a great way to start off the stream. I'm not gonna lie.
It definitely was, and the fact that it went, 13-6 and 13-3 was just slightly unexpected. I figured it would be a little bit more closer in action, but then again, surprises do happen. So we'll be able to find out what kind of craziness they have in store for us for these next set of games. But what we do know, and something we can always rely on, is our sponsor, G Fuel, that helps make all this stuff happen. Remember, 30% off is up for grabs with code Esports Mobile. And you can use those on tubs, shakers, shirts, plushies, all the good things. And again, if you don't know what flavor you like, starter kits are always an option. But the fanciest part, and I do love that they're doing this now, is the fact that you can get cheaper, smaller, and more cost-effective, tinier tubs. We just call them little TT, tiny tubs. And you can get 15 servings instead of 40 for a substantially cheaper price. So if you, again, want to, you like one, but it's not your favorite, but you want to have some variety. You like your main one, but then you want some variety, you can get a tiny tub and then be able to rotate in and out with just a couple extra servings, not without having to spend the big chunk of change for the big one.
Yeah, again, a lot of exciting flavors over at G Fuel. Make sure you use code Esports Mobile if you want to get any of the amazing flavors they have to offer over there. Now, again, we also have Operation Keto and Critical Ops there. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the trailer already, but man, I gotta tell you, it's probably one of my favorite Critical Ops trailers of all time. I mean, just the whole theme behind it is pretty sick. And obviously, this is an operation. You guys can get your hands on some of these skins in-game just by playing the operation, leveling it up. So make sure you guys are purchasing that if you want to get some of these clean skins. Again, Operation Kino is still going to be available for a limited time. Make sure you guys are taking advantage of those in-game skins. We also have the Lucky Spin, Critical Ops and Neon Ice. Again, a lot of clean skins. We have the whole ice theme to these. I really like the names of these skins. And this Lucky Spin, I'm not going to lie. We have the Cold Grasp, Shattered Ice, Glacial Claw, Thawing Terror, Flash Freeze, and then for the nade skins we have the Frostburn. It's probably one of my more favorite themes in this Lucky Spin, as well as the names as well. I love these skins. I want to rock some of them in game personally. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I definitely need to try and get that P90 just to go and have that. You know, I may not be the best, but at least I can be better with certain things. You know, P90 is always fun to use. Now, maybe not in some scenarios, but, you know, I'm not necessarily going against these top tier players because that would be a good time. So, you know, have a fun time, get the skins you want. And again, all of those are available right now in game. So go ahead and check those out. But remember, we mentioned we got another set of games, we got another set of teams, which is going to be Sentinel versus Xenocide. So these guys are coming up next. We're excited. You know, these are some of the top tier teams. They've made their way through qualifying, going through all the different things. And again, you guys can have a chance to cast your vote to go along with these, because we'll be going over all those yummy, delicious stats momentarily. But remember, if you haven't done it yet, you and all of the votes will be on stream as we figure out what you guys vote for. And by doing so, you have a chance, if you vote correctly and you guess who's going to be able to take the win or a tie. Like we just saw, it was 1-1. So those tied people will be getting their credits. So guys, make sure you go to mobileesports.com/app/voting or scan the QR code or link in the description. It'll be everywhere for you to do. Do what you got to do to make your account and cast your vote. But we got to go over those yummy stats so you guys know just a little bit more of who to vote for.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. Again, Xenocide, they did recently compete in Circuit Intermediate Season 2, and they were the winners. We were all sort of cheering them on because they were the team that got to move forward and compete in the Pro League this season, so that was very exciting for them. Again, they do have some other tournament history as well. Circuit Season 1, they placed second. Season 2 and 3, they placed first. Season 5, they ended up getting in third. And then in Worlds, they ended up getting fourth place. So this is definitely a team that has a lot of competition to back them up in the past as far as tournament history. Again, the lineup has changed a lot throughout the years. As we take a look at this roster here, you'll probably see some familiar names from the OG Xenocide, but at the same time, you'll probably be seeing a lot of newer faces that are relatively new to the competitive scene. Again, their roster consists of a lot of players that you guys have probably seen playing before. We have Agonize, Corrupt, Galaxy, Clone, Day, we have XD Gamer, a lot of fantastic players on this roster. Pretty high ratings as well throughout most of them. So I'm excited to see. Again, this is kind of like an OG lineup, you know. This is like a lineup I would have expected to see in like 2020, 2021. So I'm excited to see them play it.
Yep, they definitely have made their way back up into a really good position. And a little bit more on the maps. You know, again, it's a bit of a older/newer roster, but you know, as we see with the team itself, typically doing fairly decent. Everything across the board. Village is the lowest tier competitor at 50-50, which is not very many maps played, but half the time at least. So everything being primarily above 70%, besides just a few. And well, not too shabby, I have to say, especially with how little of maps or you know, matches that they've done thus far. But we do need to take a look at the other side of things, which is going to be their direct competitor today, and that's going to be Sentinel. Again, they have done a lot of hard work themselves. They've done a lot of working their way back up into this point, and so they also got their way into second place on Circuit Intermediate, which is why they're here, making their way into the Pro League. So again, these are the two teams that made it through Circuit Intermediate and made their way into the Pro League. Checking out everybody's stats. We do have a newcomer in here with 0 maps there at the top, but only problem is he's the highest rated with 1.0 because, well, not necessarily the highest, but he's up there with it. And we do see a 1.2 and a 1.07, 1.24, but overall, everybody being here, you know, Goomba was doing some pretty good work last time we saw everybody playing together. So I expect some good stuff out of him. And same for Ares. But as much as their ratings may not show, because again, 20 maps, 30, 10, doesn't really show a whole lot. But Sentinel definitely has made their way here very quickly. So their stats are not going to be nearly as high. And even on these maps, 50, 50, 50 on 3 separate maps and 33 on raid, which is honestly, I think it's one of the lowest ones we've seen in quite a long time, honestly.
Yeah. I have not seen you don't see it too often for these pro teams where they have a win rate that's below 50%, because most of them, it's like they've played a lot of maps. Again, Sentinel was also a team that fought their way up from intermediate circuit. So again, statistically wise, if you compare them to the likes of Merciless or Evil Vision, they probably don't have as good stats. But again, this is kind of a rematch of, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually a rematch of the grand finals from Circuit Intermediate. So this should be quite an interesting game here, because these guys already fought against each other in the intermediate circuit. Now we're having a rematch once again. Getting into this player comparison here, we can see Story takes on that support role. XD Gamer over there kind of has the flex, doesn't have a specific role, but he has a pretty good rating and a pretty good win rate to back him up as well.
Yeah, it definitely does. And yeah, this is going to be, again, like I said, that rematch to where, you know, with Sentinel being such a fast up and coming team, their stats may be not as representative of their overall skills and abilities. And I mean, Ares, I mean, he's got a 44% win rate. And he is an entry fragger, but again, 44% is pretty low. But again, he's only got 36 maps, and you know, the point is they've made it to Pro League regardless of that. And again, as we look, 55 versus 59, still closer. And ratings somewhat closer as well. So nothing too crazy across that. But again, I think the representation will be definitely being flushed out as we move forward.
Moving on down here again, we do have Dave versus the player who hasn't played any maps yet, Gypsy over there. So not really rocking any maps, any win rate or anything. Moving on, we have 66 versus Evo here. 66 with 66 maps, okay, and he's got the role of the sniper as well. Win rate 57%. Has a higher rating as well in comparison to Evo there, with that 0.89 rating. And now we're getting down Gloxy and Goomba. Again, he does take on the IGO role. More of a... Gloxy's probably named a lot of NA players, though. He's been around the scene for quite some time. 54 maps with a 74% win rate. Whereas Goomba, he does take on IGO. So actually, I didn't realize that this is IGO versus IGO comparison status we're looking at. Only 20 maps on the side of Goomba with a rating of 0.81. So Gloxy looking like he might be the better IGL here, just based off the raw stats.
Yeah, definitely. And well, again, Goomba's got to just bring it up a little bit. You know, 20 maps, as he flushes that out, we should be seeing a little bit better. But our last contenders here, kind of the lowest. You know, I hate to see Wasted down there at 0.52 on his rating, 30% win rate. But guess what? He's only got 10 maps. And sure, you know, he pretty much lost 7 out of 10. But, you know, it just happens to be where it is. But again, representation as they get more maps. You know, if this was 50 or 60 on those maps, we definitely see that probably a little bit higher. But again, as we get to see the maps that they get to select from, and, you know, for this season, it's going to be really important, especially for Sentinel being such a fast and up-and-coming team, to be able to choose, you know, and have the better advantage of what they want to choose as far as maps are concerned, because that can give them at least as much advantage as humanly possible, because they're definitely going to need it.
I'm excited to see what maps we're playing in this map, but we've got to take a look at the 7 that we have to choose from. Let's get into these map vetoes now and see what are 2 maps for this matchup are going to be. We're going to get into the first ban here. Should be Xenocide's ban first. Let's see what they choose to go for. And it looks like they don't want to play Village. They said, get that map out of here. We are not playing Village. Sentinel are going to be the next. And it's going to be Bureau getting that left swipe. And we're down to the 2 deciders. So I'm interested to see what these teams are going to be picking for the 2 maps. Xenocide getting that first pick. Are they going to go with an old reliable, or are they going to pick a newer map? It looks like they're going old reliable. Canals for the first map on Xenocide and Sentinel. They have that second pick. Where are they going to take us to end off the stream here today? That is the question.
Yeah, last and final map from Sentinel will be Raid, and then Port, Legacy, and Costello left out. But if I'm not, wait a minute. So Raid,
Port.
that was that was the one that they had 33% win rate.
Yeah, you know, I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe they've been practicing on it. Okay, it's you know, I think a lot of that could be something that maybe they're trying to use to their advantage. You know, maybe they haven't played it that many times. You got to look at it that way, right? Because Sentinel, you're right, they have a 33%, but they've only played it 3 times in total. So they've won it once, lost it twice. Maybe they've practiced on it a lot and they're ready to bounce back here. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sentinel are ready to pop off on this map. Again, Raid was also a map that a lot of people didn't like playing before when the KSG was not nerfed, because it was just, you would see people rocking 5 KSGs on Raid. I'm not gonna lie. So it could be entirely possible that they were losing, maybe to some unfair shotgun spam. You never know what could happen back then, and I think that maybe they're ready to bounce back even better now. I'm fully prepared to see Sentinel. I'm sure they've put in the practice for Raid.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. They did pick it, so they definitely have a good thought process for it. But here's the votes for you guys. For you guys have been putting those in and getting those credits and cases. 25% of you think Sentinel has a good chance to take this. A vast majority, 65% for Xenocide, and then 10% of you guys think we're going to end up in a tie, which, you know, is always a safe bet. If you don't know which team to pick, just pick a tie. You know, I mean, it's definitely possible that the teams win on their respective maps, one each, and it's happened more often than not. So it's a very safe bet. So we'll find out, because we're inevitable to be able to be coming into this to see it.
Yes, I am excited. I know we still gotta wait for a couple more players to join the room, but we're almost ready to end off the stream. I mean, we have two. I'm just thinking about this. We have 2 like previous grand final matches in a row. The first one we had today, Evil Vision versus Merciless. We had the Pro League for both seasons. That was the grand finals. So we had that rematch over here for that first game. And then now coming into the second game, we have a rematch from the Circuit Grand Final, Xenocide versus Sentinel. So we started off with the OG champions. Now we're coming in with the 2 new teams that already duked it out before. And this just, it's going to be interesting, man. I mean, Xenocide versus Sentinel, it's hard to tell who's going to win this. I think both rosters they have good players and they've had a lot of time to practice. And I'm more specifically curious as to how Sentinel have prepared for Raid, because like you were saying, statistically speaking right now, it's not their greatest map, but they also had a lot of time to prepare since the Circuit Intermediate season number 2. So I'm excited to see what they've been cooking up in the background for us.
Yep, I agree, because you know they've had that practice time, and I'm assuming some good practices come in for Sentinel, especially for Raid, considering they probably want to bring that percentage up, because 33% is not great as far as what it looks like for the team. Now, it would be terrible if they lost that, because it's going to be even worse than 33% next time around. But the idea is that they've done a lot of practice. They want to take this one home, on at least on Raid. So that tie may be a possibility. But as far as Canals go, I mean, Sentinel has a 67% win rate on that one. So not bad. But when Xenocide has a 75, they've done 20 versus 3. Yeah, Xenocide is looking pretty good on Canals.
I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. We're going to an all reliable that beat Canals, and then Raid, which again, this map was left out in season 2 of the Pro League. I'm not gonna lie, I miss it. It's just like, it feels like it's been so long since I've seen a Raid game. I kind of wish that we got to see the last matchup on Raid, because that was like, we've seen Evil Vision play Raid a lot. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to see that happen on Raid. There will be plenty of opportunity throughout the rest of this Pro League though. But coming into Raid here, I'm just excited, man. I mean, it's such a unique map. I'm anticipating a lot of gameplay over towards the A site. You know, most teams don't like to push B as much because A is just easier. You can hit them with some util dumping and run in. Whereas we come over to a map like Canals, this is a map where you definitely 100% need a sniper on your team. I think we'll be seeing some sniper. I know Ares likes to rock the Scar and sometimes the HK if I'm not mistaken. So either way, we'll be seeing some unique weapon choices on our first map of Canals. I don't know. I'm excited for some interesting gameplays we come into these 2 maps, especially Raid. I can't wait for Raid, but we got to go through Canals first. I'm sure it's going to be just as exciting of a map though for everyone watching.
Exactly. So, you know, this is a little bit teaser. You know, these teams we've seen today are champions of their own respects, whether that's Circuit Intermediate, Pro League, you know, Worlds even. So, I mean, it's a lot of craziness and a lot of keeping up with each other. And so now let's see from the time between circuit intermediate to now, see which team has put in the work. And again, whether if you guys at home have decided which one to throw your points on for the voting to see if you guys can get a little bit extra something for yourself and see if a tie is going to be coming about with that, or like majority of you guys think that's going to be Xenocide at that 65%. So again, rehashing that again, make sure that the voting is still capable to be done. So make sure that you can either follow along with everybody in the 65% for Xenocide, or you can join the guys at the tie, or you can join everybody at the Sentinel. Considering Sentinel is kind of the sleeper cell because their stats don't look the best, but they also have super, super low numbers. They're always chance for them to pop off and just, take people by surprise, or you can just go with reliable being Xenocide, or you can just play it safe, throw it as a tie, because that definitely happens, not necessarily more often than not, but I think you'll come out ahead if you vote that.
Yes, by the way, just to clarify, we did make a bit of a mistake. It looks like Raid is actually going to be the first map that we're playing today. Canals is going to be our second map for the stream. So it actually looks like we're starting this off on Raid. It was Sentinel's pick on Raid, and then Xenocide picked Canals second after them. So we're actually going to be starting on Raid and taking it over to Canals to finish off the best of two. So that does change things a lot, because I was already anticipating a lot of sniper gameplay coming into the first map. Well, not anymore, because now we're on Raid. I would say I'm expecting some shotgun. I know we got to see like maybe one shotgun bot in that Soar game throughout the whole map, and it wasn't even really utilized. I think we'll see it a little bit more on Raid. I mean, you have the tunnels. It's just an area that screams you better have a shotgun or an SMG, or else you're probably not winning that gunfight. I mean, that's probably the only time that I think pro players actually want to buy a shotgun or a KSG is if they are holding down tunnels.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that'd be a great spot to see it, to where that, pretty much at no point can anybody really get past that. I mean, being that the KSG is just still fairly decent at that point, being able to hold that down. Now that's the thing, is if you switch to a different position, that may or may not hurt you. So maybe having some dualies, maybe having a deagle would be a great pairing with that. But that's something that is to be determined. We'll see what they have for us. We did see at least one or two times on Soar KSG pop out for the last game, but I mean, it didn't really make too much of a difference because when it was used, it was an eco round. You would think it would be used, but they got obliterated with pistols. So, it may or may not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly impressed by the amount of pistol kills that these guys can get. It's like, I don't know, their P250 is different from mine or something. I don't know what they got in their P250. Mine's shooting peas. I think theirs is shooting bullets. So I'm impressed by how much skill these guys have with the pistol rounds. They're always able to surprise us on the stream, which is always interesting. Like whenever you're on the eco run and they come close to winning, it's like, all right, I wasn't expecting that. But again, that's why these guys are the pros and I'm not,
Yeah. Exactly. And, that's why I don't want to ever go up against them. Now, if they want to let me borrow, like those dualies from Rumble would be great to see and holding in hands. But unfortunately, I won't be holding those in my inventory afterwards. But, sharing is caring. So, if you want to see that, maybe that World's knife that Merciless has, maybe if you ask nicely and let them shoot your head off a couple times for their practice, maybe they'll let you hold it a little bit. But yeah. I mean, again, these are all champions today in their respect in their own areas, whether it be again Circuit, Pro League, Worlds, whatever it may be. They're still champions. They all have something to work towards, work hard. And as we wait for those last final players to solidify themselves into the lobby and make sure that they are ready to go to perform at the best and highest abilities, we'll hop right into that first game, which is going to be Raid. And then, of course, following up with that will be Canals.
Yes, I am excited for it. I'm sure these players are getting all nice and hyped up. You know, while you guys are waiting for them to join the room, because we are waiting for that last player, you guys should make sure you're going over to gfuel.com and utilizing that code esports mobile if you want to get 30% off anything over at checkout. Again, that could be Tubs, Shakers, merch. If you haven't tried G Fuel before, you can get a starter kit. They'll send you some individual servings as well as a shaker, and you can try a bunch of different flavors. And if you like them, you can either get these big tubs that are 40 servings, or you can get the mini tubs. They just released them not too long ago. They're only 15 servings, so you can get a smaller tub for a slightly cheaper price. And you don't have to go for the full-on, the 40 servings. You can get these for 15, and they're a lot cheaper. Again, if you use code esports mobile, that'll get you a total of 30% off over at checkout.
Yep. So go ahead and get the flavor you like and the flavor that you enjoy. Remember, those mini tubs are only $20. Instead of spending for the big ones that are 35, you can get $20, and you can have some extra either flavors that you just, maybe you're one of those people who just doesn't like the same flavor, all the time. So with that, again, $20 or $35 is the regular price. And then remember, that's that 30% off goes on top of that. So it'll be honestly quite a bit cheaper on the $20, rocking it down to like, what, $13, $14? Not bad.
Man, that's a pretty good discount if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay, but without further ado, we are getting confirmation that the players are at least in the lobby at this point. We'll be rolling into the knife very, very soon, and then we'll find out which side these players will be chilling on, whether they're going to be on the Coalition or they're going to be on the Breach side. Whoever wins that knife round will be able to choose that.
All right, here we go. We're hopping into this knife round here. It's going to be taking place over towards mid. For the knife round, we do have Sentinel on the Breach side, Zenith side on that Coalition, while they are snipping the knives at each other, trying to see who's going to be winning this one out. It looks like they do have an AFK in the back as well. So yeah, I'm not sure how Sentinel are going to deal with this.
Well, I guess they're going to go ahead and say, hey, he'll be back, but it looks like a three-way player win on that one. So I think that's just going to go ahead and say that they got that. I mean, they're going to be looking for this last one. They're hungry. Wait a minute. Tail's going to try it. He's ready. He gets one. He gets two. Okay. Xenocide still takes it, but way, way closer than it would have been.
Yeah, this got interesting quickly. So that almost could have been a knife round. That could have been like the incredible come, like the AFK player clutching the 1v3. He made it a 1v1. We'll give him some credit. He was able to win a couple of those knife fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's solid. I mean, being able to get 2 out of 3. Man, that's really not that bad. But we are going to see everything needs to be reset. And then we're going to see Xenocide starting on the Coalition. And be seeing Sentinel be pushed over to the Breach side. So that's where they're going to have to start. And without further ado, here we go. Round 1, game number 1 of the second set of games of the day.
It looks like Stories bought up the dualies as well. I hope we get to see them in action. And look at this. We have reverse stacks. It's the A push from Sentinel, the B stack from Xenocide. We're going to have the full-on retake. It's 5 sets of armor as well for these guys. Whereas only 3 players bought armor on the side of Sentinel. So it won't be the easiest hold for them. Now we do have a couple players coming in from vents. No one pushing on the flank. It's going to be 3 players spawn and 2 coming in from vents. Gloxy leading the charge with his XD45. He's going to take the first point of contact, but Story with a duel, he's going to take his head off. XD able to find a pick of his own with that XD there. But it's so many trades going back and forth. XD finding another, but it's Story with another duelist pick. And Sentinel are going to start off with a pistol win. Definitely a good start for them over on raid here.
Yeah, and the fact that 2 dualies, that is 1 kill for each pistol. Oh, no. Stories after a man after my own heart. Look at that. He's pulling out, guess what? A Vector. Yes.
Oh, Vector and dualies, what year is this, man?
Oh, I love it. All right, come on. I need him to get at least 1 Vector code. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got this, Story.
Oh, man. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Oh, but he still has it. Oh, no, he picked up the AK. No! My chances, they're ruined. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that, but you know what? He's got to do. He's got a free weapon, so that's a nice little upgrade for him. Maybe next time. But he still has the dualies, so there's still a chance to see some more of that extra fun.
The question is, what does the Inside choose to do here? Again, they did force up the Augs, not a lot of util to back them up as well, because they did go for the force up with the armor and all, and the money is not really there in their account. 1,300 across the board for Xenocide. If Sentinel win this round without losing too many players, their economy will be incredible. Now, Daylight's going to peek out there. He's going to spawn Nova, but man, this dude is just working them right now. There's 2 players on site, and he's going to get dropped ultimately by Day. I don't know how they haven't over-rotated or anything. I mean, this dude was pushed up almost all the way in their spawn. And Xenocide are still holding their ground. I guess it must have been painfully obvious to them that it was a fake. The bomb is slowly starting to work its way up towards A site. We have Galaxy hanging out by the cross here. And Evo is patiently waiting by mid. However, Unsent, they do have him holding this mid flank. Oh, and Evo's gonna peek at the worst time. It's a free kill for Unsent there. Galaxy's gonna get spammed through the smoke. Story able to take him down. And that bomb should be planted any second now. Story tries to go on the offensive. That bomb is gonna go down by Tail, but he is a dead man in any second now. Yeah, there we go. Zeke is gonna be the one to finish him off. And the defuse going into play. Fortunately for Xenocide, they're able to get one there.
Which is great. You know, I mean, it's these Sentinel's not going to be running away with it too quickly. So now they're going to have to determine, do they want to go eco-y, half-buy? You know, where do we want to go with this? And it looks like kind of half-seas a little bit. Looks like we got some good pistols rolling in, a lot of deagles. We got 1 AK Evo, so they might be able to make this happen if they do play their cards right. But I think if they all fly in here into the B site, it should be great. XD Gamer should get overwhelmed here. And he does get 1, but not 2. And one day does be able to pick, but Goomba trades at least for 1. And Story helps out, but it's just not enough. Only 2 players going down side of Xenocide. So now we're tied up again.
And it's going to be the Deagles again by Sentinel. Just saving up that extra pocket change, I guess, you know. Got to make sure they can buy for the next couple of rounds with no worries. So I can respect the double ego here. XD's about to have a field day, though. He's already going to drop 2. Goomba jumping down to give him a 3rd. And Story is the last man standing with the Deagle. Gets a nice tap onto Day there. But that's going to be the only pick on the side of Sentinel. And now they are ready to full buy. They have a lot of money in the bank, but so do Xenocide from winning those past 2 rounds without really losing anyone.
Yeah, and so they're going to be able to roll into the lead, but just in time for Sentinel to be able to buy up. And, you know, they just went for that extra savings, and I think it may have helped them out a little bit, having all of the armor that they could probably, you know, somewhat want. And let's try it again as they roll quickly into the A site. They've just stopped in their tracks. The flashes really stopped them. But now that pretty much all flashes are almost out, and so they're able to at least get 1. Cleared out just a little bit more. Zeke is able to hang out in the smoke, but not sneaky enough, and so gets taken down. And so now this looks pretty good. 2 players down on the side of Xenocide. Bomb is planted, and so now Sentinel is going to have to get in position and hold this up against the last remaining players.
Tail able to get a nice headshot there. Unsent ready with a refrag. Tail getting a 2nd. Unsent the last man standing, but he's gonna go for the spam and get punished for it. Goomba is ready to swing him when he has to pop that reload. And we're all tied up here. It's been a lot of back and forth action, which is a nice change of pace. I mean, considering that our last 2 games were usually just, oh, okay, this team's just gonna win like 7 or 10 rounds in a row real quick. Seeing some back and forth action is pretty nice. It shows that these players, especially considering we're on the same server now, there's going to be a lot closer action happening in this game here.
Yeah, exactly. That's just not like it's cross-regional, and there's not going to be any one person getting super terrible with it. But we are going to be seeing things still be a little bit more close, in which case should make for interesting things. And again, the fact this is a rematch for these two, not that there's so much on the line, but definitely think that Sentinel would want to maybe show Xenocide that they got to think.
Oh, and Galaxi's gonna double up over towards A along Goomba and Tail both getting dropped. He's recovered the SG as well. He's going on the offensive. This man doesn't care. He's gonna go for the swing on Evo here, looks like. Or I think he was thinking about it. The flash coming out, but he's forced to back up off the angle. Zeke is gonna get dropped, but Galaxi's ready for the refrag. He's gotten 3 so far. And that frag is gonna soften up Story even more. And Galaxy with a jump shot. What is that? He's gonna take down Story as well for a 4K. This dude just went from 0-4 to 4-4 in 1 round. What a comeback for Galaxy there. Oh my goodness.
Yep, so Xenocide taking the lead another step forward. Now we're going to see the buys coming in again for Sentinel. And that they're able to squeeze another round closer. And hopefully they can make some more things happen.
Oh, Galaxy's gonna turn away at the right second. He's able to get the headshot on Story. It's a lot of smokes being dumped on site here. A lot of spam as well through the smoke. And Galaxy finds another kill on Melva. This dude has been on fire ever since he started contesting him A. Galaxy getting a 3rd. This man is currently on track to potentially getting an ace here. No way they're gonna let him have it, right? Galaxy's gotten 3 already.
Maybe. I mean, Evo's gonna try here, but 4 for 5. If he makes it one more, I think Windy's able to. Oh, the man does it.
9 kills in 2 rounds. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Somebody better call Windy because it looks like we're looking for a 5 for 5 for Galaxy on that one.
Oh, and look at Story. He's rocking the Super 90. I was waiting for this moment. It looks like he's probably going to contest tunnels as well with that. Yeah, there's no one fighting him right now. Story is already pushed up inside the tunnels here. He has a really good spot, to be honest. He's kind of just waiting to see if someone's going to push him. Oh, he could take down a Zeke here. Oh no, he's going to miss the shot, and a Zeke gets the headshot with the AUG there. Oh my goodness, Story. How do you lose that? And a Zeke gets a 2nd pick on a Melva. The rest of these players have pushed up pretty far on the A side. But Gloxy's gonna get a kill of his own and make that a 2-piece. Dude, this guy has just been on fire recently. I mean, Gloxy is just a thorn in their side at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of an understatement. Thorn in their side. Gloxy is just deleting people at this point. Well, either way, they're chilling 6-3. Xenocide chilling at 6 and Sentinel for 3. Sentinel really trying to find their way where they need to go. And I think a quick, fast push to B would help them out. But it looks like they slowed down a little bit. They haven't seen that, like, super aggressive B push that you can, if they want to, see on raid. But everybody's kind of gotten a position. One Day takes down Melva. And so now they're trying to decide where they want to go. Story's trying to get some peeks here. He does take a little bit of damage, but XD Gamer able to take down Goomba. And so now quickly rolling through. It's an obliteration here. Unsent.
Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Oh no. He's just stuck at the corner. He couldn't see anything.
Tail has managed to escape with the bomb and gets a pick as well. The question is, how much more can he do? Throws a flash over towards B long. Trying to see if he can make anything happen. Tail's gonna back up now. Zeke gonna be the one to swing him, but he's gonna drop him. He's down to 39 HP though. Definitely a bit of a danger zone for him, and Day is ready to take him out. Xenocide, they're starting to stomp on these guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we were looking at a 3-3 scoreline. They're gonna win a 4 in a row, and here is this one with Story, dude. I was like, okay, this is where you pop off, and he just did not do that. I thought he was ready to dominate Vents Control with that Super 90. And then we had Gloxy with a 2-piece of his own as well to close out the round.
Xenocide is so far ahead. Not the most, but on the way. Tail does change things a little bit maybe on this one. Starting off, first one going down on the side of Xenocide. One day, not having the best day, but he is having a day. But let's see if they can convert this. XD Gamer says absolutely not, as Zeke takes another one, so now it's immediately a 2v4. And now it's all left up to Tail and Goomba to take on the entirety of the team, and XD and Unsint just do what they do and take their picks completely.
No, I know we were kind of hyping up Sentinels, saying I'm sure they have a lot of practice on this map, despite it being one of their lower win rate maps. I don't know. They're not looking too hot right now. I mean, Xenocide, they definitely are showing up ready to stop them. They definitely did their homework on this map. I'm not sure if Sentinel just aren't prepared for what Xenocide have to offer, or if they truly were not prepared for this map. Now, Story has made his way into vents once again with the Super 90. And it's gonna be a Zeke again. I'm having some deja vu. He's already made his way through, actually. I didn't even wait. They have no idea he's here right now. A Zeke like peeked vents and then he turned around and ran off. This timing between these players is ridiculous. Oh, and Story definitely hears them. He's gonna go for the peek. He's gonna be able to recover the AUG as well. And now Day has to be worried about Story and Vent, and he's gonna get a second pick on the Day there all of a sudden. This could be the round Sentinel is needed. XD hanging out on site, but he's not in a very good spot. Able to smoke heaven to help isolate the gunfights, but he's got to deal with multiple players be long, and he's going to be able to do it. It's a two-piece lineup, but Tail jumping through heaven finds a nice refrag, but the bomb is down in kind of an exposed spot. But Unsent is going to get dropped, and Glocks is the last man standing, coming in for the backstab. He's able to drop Story, and he's left in a 1v2. Sentinel need this round badly. Surely they do not fold the 2 versus 1. Oh, and they've already grabbed the bomb, and they're going A. I don't know if Gloxy's aware of this. It looks like he might be, though. He's already starting to rotate away.
Bomb has been planted.
Well, he definitely knows now, and he's already halfway there, so as they move... I mean, Glosky... I mean, dude's 12-4. I mean, if there's one person that can clutch it, it definitely will be him. So we'll see. They now know where he's coming from. It just all depends if they get it at the same time. Smokes 2 places. Oh, no way. Pre-fired, taking him down. Evo by himself. He has the advantage, and he just so slightly takes him out. So that is going to be an 8-4 split. Better than it could have been. But man, XD Gamer was just so strong in that position. He did that twice.
Again, 8-4 half, not the best for Sentinel, but I'm sure this game definitely isn't like over or anything for them. If they can win this pistol, there's a very good chance that they can make a comeback here. Again, it is mostly armor across the board. We have one Deagle bought up by Melva. A lot of players pushing towards vents gives them a nice and quick rotation. I can respect the strategy. But all these players on the side of Xenocide are walking up mid right now. They're all above Melva here, and he has no idea. And they're going to be making their way into the coalition spawn. The question is, do they go A or B from here?
Well, it looks like A would be a lot better option this time around. B, well, I don't know. They're starting to split. So they could still see some people meeting here in just a second. XD Gamer being the first runner up here. And here it is. Oh my.
What? He gets 4. No. He almost gets the ace. He gets a tag. Oh my god. The lineup, he gets the collateral shot, and Goomba with the headshot. Oh my goodness. What is that kill?
Melva gotta be feeling good right now.
Man, I was saying, mostly armor. Melva's got that Deagle. He definitely was able to put it to work there. And Xenocide, how do they choose to bounce back here? They need to try and get the bomb plant if possible. Sentinel are pushing up already. They're on the offensive. Evo's able to find a kill. He's peeking them with the XD45. And Tail is ready to refrag now with the M4 in hand. But XD Gamer's gonna come in from behind with the P250. And a Zeke as well in spawn. Sentinel are getting punished for the over-aggressiveness. Surely they don't fold this round. But I mean, there's 3 weapons dropped. Unsent is probably on his way to look for one as we speak. It looks like they're both going to be pushing up over towards mid. Melva actually going through tunnels, it looks like. Story is on the backstab. XD is ready for it though. Story gets caught with the knife out. I don't know, man. Can Melva clutch up the 1v3? Because this would be a really sad round for Sentinel to win after they pull off that incredible pistol round. But no, it's XD to clean it up. Oh my goodness. Xenocide turn around and win their pistol round. Something that we were not expecting. And there's a 4-piece dude. That would have been the cleanest pistol ace I've ever seen in my life if he got that last kill on a Zeke. He got the body shot. Just imagine if that was a headshot.
Yeah, that, look at that, just straight through and through. You can see all the bodies lined up right there. That is just so nasty. Oh, Melva. Right after my heart. That lovely green you got going on there. But hey, it's pistolier time for Sentinel to try this. One day, well, able to at least get one. Maybe not anything more than that, but it's all up to Melva. Let's see if we got a 360 no-scope headshot capabilities right now with a deagle. Baby.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, that timing.
Worst time. Oh.
I don't know, man. Sentinel, they were having a good start to the half. That pistol round should have been a nice confidence booster, and then they just got punished for their aggressiveness on the save round. And now I don't even know if they can pull this off. I mean, they were not supposed to let Xenocide win that eco round, and now we're at 10-5. It probably should be like 7-8 or something right now. It's just not the scoreline that Sentinel wanted. It seems that they're going for an AX2 now. But we have smokes for the cross. A lot of spam through the smoke, but now they're able to cross the side of these players that are reloading. And they're gonna go for that nice and easy bomb plant. A little damage taken by these players. Some flashes coming out as well to help support. Melva gonna get taken down first. Story comes in with a pick of his own. But all 3 players coming in from Coalition spawn here. It's Day with the swing, he's gonna find 2. And a Zeke is ready to trade out Goomba. It's all starting to fall apart for Sentinel here. Xenocide, they're 2 rounds away from winning this one.
Yeah. May not be the best, and remember, you know, Sentinel did pick this map at this point. Not looking like necessarily the best pick. Alright, well, looks like B is where they want to go, and that's going to be a fast and dirty push, it looks like. We got some shotties coming in here, which do absolutely nothing. Grenade just absolutely handled that. And, well, 2 Deagles, an M4, and a Dream coming up in here. But you know what happens at the end of a day? Your dreams, you have to end up. But Story, ready to tell it.
Oh, my goodness.
Be. Oh, wow, XD just blasts him out. And well, I mean, we're seeing it. I mean, look, XD is at 22 kills at this point. I mean, he is just more than double. He has both the second and first place with the side. I mean, just double. It's, I mean, XD is really just making things, keeping it into play. But then the rest of the team is following suit very nicely, following each other. But hey, this time around, we're not seeing, like, you know, we saw originally with, say, Evil Vision. It's not a ping thing. They're all pretty close, too.
Yeah, the inside definitely just showed up with being better prepared on this map overall. Sentinel, again, Melva starting off the round pushing up mid, but I mean, this isn't really a map where you can get too aggressive, and they're really risking it. I mean, they're on match point here and still going for aggressive peaks when they probably can't really afford to. Oh my goodness, Tail is gonna catch him as they throw the bomb down, but not before he gets dropped. Goomba last man alive, but I'm pretty sure Day heard him. And he's a dead man. Day is gonna close out the first map for Xenocide. Sentinel, they're gonna end up losing 13-5. That is gonna hurt. Definitely not the scoreline they were probably hoping for on this first map. And XD dropping 23 kills. This dude is nuts.
Yeah, he is just rocking it. I mean, that 23 and 7. I mean, Goloski also had 7 on his death, but XD had, you know, just a measly 9 more kills on top of that. But, well, congratulations to Xenocide for taking map number 1 of 2 of this best of 2. We'll be seeing a little bit more coming to a theater near you as we get into the next game that'll be coming up, which will be on Canals, and that is going to be Xenocide's pick. I mean, the fact that Xenocide had 14 on raid and a 64% win rate, and Sentinel had a 33, probably not the best choice, but I mean, maybe they went for the surprise here, slash the better option against Xenocide. But the fact that Canals is coming up at 67% win rate versus a 75, 3 versus 20. As we talked about a little bit of the pre-show, that was looking pretty good for Xenocide, but at this point, it'll be Sentinel server. Now, again, these teams are not necessarily far away from each other, so I don't think that that's going to be a huge contending factor in that. Maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. But as we roll into game number 2, the anticipation will be building as we go to another little break as we get these guys into the next lobby and prepare ourselves to find out, is Xenocide going to take that massive vote lead of 65%? Or are we going to be seeing it maybe closer to that tie? But we'll find out. We'll be back after the short break, get a refill, and we'll see you here in just a few minutes.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Planting bomb.
Bomb has been planted. defused. Reach wins.
Bomb has been planted on A. Defusing the bomb. I'm defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused.
Defusing the bomb.
Bomb has been defused. Coalition wins. Reach wins. Bomb has been planted.
He's coming out the corner with that flash. Nade goes off. He's tagged. Finds the wall bang. Trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more player that can do. Right up in front of sight. And he's not all he's going.
Any other strategy that comes forward with him now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Hey, don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out for the break. We do appreciate it. But we're back and we're ready for the last and final game of the day. And that will be on Canals Unicide versus Sentinel. But of course, before we go too far into it, if you guys are falling asleep on us, you know, it is a little bit later in the afternoon. If you guys, you know, it's the weekend, you got to stay up late playing some games. You do need a little bit of extra something for that. And that's going to be our lovely sponsor can help with that. G Fuel, 30% off esports mobile is what you want to put in at checkout. And that'll be for anything on the site, for the powders, the tubs, the shakes, the starter kits, the plushies, the shirts, and even the new and extra fancy little tiny tubs, as I'm calling them. Little tiny tubs. Get the little TT tubs for yourself. And it's just a little 15 servings there. And so if you like some variety, you don't want to spend $35 minus, of course, the 30% off promo code. But at the retail of $35, you guys get the $20. You can get a couple of extra, varieties to swap between. And again, that is with 30% off on gfuel.com.
Yes, again, a lot of exciting and amazing flavors over there at G Fuel. Make sure you check them out. Now, we also currently have Operation Kino in Critical Ops. Again, the theme for this is super clean. I really like the trailer as well. It just makes me want to grind this operation even more. Again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of this operation in game. It's still available for a limited time, and you guys can just literally earn rewards in it by playing the game. Of course, you can purchase it if you want to get some more of those better skins and whatnot. So make sure you guys are checking out Operation Kino over in Critical Ops, still available for a limited time. We also, if you don't want to go with the operation, we also have a Lucky Spin, which in my opinion always has some of the cleaner skins. We have of the Neon Ice Lucky Spin right now, with a lot of these super clean skin names: Cold Grasp, Shattered Ice for the Pipe Wrench, Glacial Claw on that HK, Thawing Terror on the P90, and then we also have those grenade skins and the pistol skin. Again, the Lucky Spin, Neon Eye, still available in game for a limited time. Make sure you guys are checking out some of those in-game skins.
Yep, so go ahead and check them out. They're all available and all fun and allow you to customize everything that you want to do. But what we get to do next is talk about a little bit of what happened in map number 1. It was a good time. It was a little bit closer in the beginning, but things seem to have slipped away a little bit as we went forward. But what I love about this clip here is we got to see not 1, but 2 dual lead kills. Now, sadly, here in this next one, you see that vector on the screen, and it was just calling for my heart, but no kills were had, and it got swapped to an AK, and it was a sad day for me. But it was great nonetheless to see it just appear as a little icon down there.
Yeah, no, the Vector, not a gun that's utilized too often. I won't lie, I know a lot of people don't like the SMGs anymore, but the Vector is probably the one SMG that I think is still viable, especially in pro play. So hopefully we'll get to see it used more often as the season progresses, because I think the Vector is an SMG that actually can be utilized. We've seen more dualies than I was expecting. I won't lie, we've already seen it bought like 3 or 4 times just in this one stream. I usually don't see the dualies get that much action.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to see more of those, especially the fact that we got, the Rumble skin on the dualies to be able to be shown off now. So that's definitely a fun piece to see on that. And again, maybe, just maybe, hint, hint, wink, wink story, bring out that Vector again. I got to see a kill at least once in a professional pro stream. Let me see it. But, as these matches went through, as we see we're a 3-3 right now. And, it's looking pretty good. It looked great right off the bat. But as we went on, it separated. And really what really helped out was Glosk. He just kept doing some nasty stuff. And I mean, was it what you consider like super flashy? Like not super crazy, but just enough to be crazy enough to get like obscene multi-kills.
Yeah, and I'll give some credit to Story also, because he's kind of a player that I like. I don't know how to explain it. He uses the guns that aren't very popular. Like you almost always see him. He likes to use some sort of a scrappy, but you can tell he's more creative with the weapon choice and with his playstyle. Like even just here, we see the Super 90. Now I'm pretty sure in this clip specifically, it didn't go in his favor, unfortunately. But you see him rock those guns like the Super 90, like the Vector, like the dual pistols. He will usually rock those weapons that most people are usually putting to the side and saying, I'm not going to use that. He's willing to give them a shot if he knows that there's a chance for them to shine. Like, I wouldn't be surprised coming into Canals if he's rocking weapons like the TRG, the AR-15. So we're coming to a more longer range map. I definitely think we will be seeing that put into play a little bit from him specifically. That's one thing that I always like spectating a Story, is that he likes to have a nice little variety to his weapon choice.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not going to be using, by all means, the standard is the standard for a reason. But, when you buck the standard and it works for you, that's definitely the best and the most fun, at least individually. But look at that. That's the multi-kill from Melva, just rocking it out. 4 headshots, collateral, just all of the best things. Almost got the ace. But as these rounds have moved through, you know, we're looking at Xenocide. You know, they're at 8-5, and it doesn't really get a whole lot better from there. Now it's 9-5, and this round is a bunch of pistols, and things just start getting obliterated.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe that, I know we just watched it, but I still can't believe that Xenocide ended up winning that pistol round. I think that was the beginning of the end for Sentinel, because they were having a good start to that half, and then they choked that round. At that point, it was just over for them. Like, Xenocide, they ended up just steamrolling over them for the rest of the half. We had, like, I think 13-5 for the final scoreline. I mean, Story kind of put up a good fight here, but again, he was in a 3v5 full blinded there, by the way, and XD is just like somehow still manages to get the kill. But I don't know, I think that Xenocide were playing a lot better overall. XD Gamer was popping off almost every single round. Gloxy had a couple rounds where he got like 9 kills over 2 rounds consecutively. So you know, I think that we'll definitely be seeing these players pop up again as we come into our second map here, but I'm excited for it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep, I'm super stoked to see where this goes. Again, wasn't the best map selection necessarily, maybe by Sentinel choosing Raid, but we are going to go into Old Faithful Canals, and we do know that, well, being Old Faithful has been played on quite a bit, so that might give Sentinel a little bit of upper hand to have more experience in that area. Yeah, even though Xenocide also has a lot of experience in that area, and again, in the professional sense, you know, being 20 maps respectively under their belt with a 75% win rate. So the fact is they're 15-5 on Canals for their ratios here. And well, cross your fingers. Maybe it'll be a little bit better than 13-5.
They definitely want to see a better score line here. I mean, 13-5, not the best score for the first map. And also, this was their pick. We're coming into Xenocide's pick for Canal, so I don't know how to feel about this for Sentinels fans out there. I know a lot of people voted for Xenocide, and you guys may or may not be right with your picks when you were saying, yeah, most of us definitely think Xenocide are going to win this 2-0. Again, we'll have to see. I don't think stats are everything. I think anything can happen. There's been a lot of cases where the stats are just the complete opposite of what the outcome ends up being. So I would not be surprised if Sentinel can pull this off and make it a tie. But so far, the majority of you seem to think that Xenocide are winning it.
Yep. So we'll find out here in just any second now as we roll into the knife round and the players are getting ready. You know, we were just waiting on one last person ready to go, and they'll be able to slide into that knife round and find out just who will be selecting the sides and be able to find out where they want to be, what they can do, and figure out what can be the best.
Yep, again, we should be getting into this final match in just a moment. I do believe we're waiting on one final player to join the room, and then we should be good to go. I'm excited. It's the final map of the stream here today, folks. We played on Raid. We're almost there. Now we're coming down to Canals for the final map. We're going to the Old Reliable. We've had a lot of the newer maps to start off this stream. Somehow we played Port, Raid, and Soar all back-to-back for 3 maps in a row. Now we're going to Canals, one of the OGs to finish it off, which I think is the perfect way to cap this off for all you Critical Ops fans out there.
Yep. And so Canals, we're always excited. Hopefully we'll either see some scars or we'll see some U-ratio action. We got to not see it, but like it was there on Soar. You know, U-ratio got pulled out and then it just didn't work out. So Canals being the perfect opportunity for that to happen. We could maybe see some sniper action for the final round of today. But guess what we do get to see? It's guaranteed. That's the knife round. And as these guys slowly move forward on the map, we can see that they're getting closer and closer. And here we go. They're slowly backing up, trying to figure out which way they want to go. They're slowly getting ready. I don't know if we got that AFK one more time, but they are now moving forward. Xenocide, another and another. And is it going to be flawless?
Coalition wins.
Oh,
technically.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that might have been a possible delay tactic because, you know, the AFK, but, you know, may just throw it their way.
All right, well, a knife round has been concluded. We're ready to figure out who's starting on which side, and then we can get into this final map here. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I want to see one TRG this map. Like, fingers crossed, please, someone buy a TRG. I'm looking at you, Story. I know you're the guy who's probably going to do it. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. So please don't let me down.
All right, so here's what we got. Here's what we need. We need to see dualies, and then he pulls out a Vector, and then if he dies, he needs to pull out that TRG. Got it? Yep. Story, you listen? You know, we got to pass that along to somebody. Like, that's what we need to see.
Hopefully.
Right, so we just got to wait for these last things. Everybody's going to finish up what they got to do. And as the sides get determined, we'll be able to make those selections. So now that everything has been reset, we should be able to slide into this first round. It looks like Xenocide is going to be on the Coalition, and Sentinel is being pushed back again to the breach side.
All right, here we go. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. Let's see what these teams have planned for the pistol round here. It's looking like an A stack on the side of Xenocide. All 5 players hanging out. We're going with the good old corner stack. You can't go wrong with it. Actually, it looks like they're stacking closer towards the truck, and then they have Unsent in the cubby here just to play it safe. Now, Sentinel, they're also just playing solo. So yes, they're expecting either a stack or a push, but it looks like they're not going to be running into anyone flanking just quite yet. The question is, how long do they wait here? There's still a minute 15 on the clock. Plenty of time for these players to work with. Mostly armor, but actually, yeah, it's mostly armor. Melva, the only one rocking the Deagle. I don't know if he's gonna have a crazy pistol round like he did in the last one.
Well, maybe, kind of, sort of. Let's see if we get some more of that. They're probably gonna make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Oh, they're starting to go on the offensive, but they do get spotted out. The bomb has already made its way over towards B long. They do have Evo pushing up super far as well, but Glocks is going to win a huge gunfight. Zeke taking out Goomba, and now Tail is here alone with the bomb. I guess he could get the plant. Yeah, he's just going to go for it. It's going to be safe enough.
Bomb has been planted.
He's able to secure that plant, but I'm not sure if Sentinel can pull the round off. They don't have the man advantage. It's currently a 5 versus 3. But Story is in a really good spot. I don't know if they'll expect him to be here. It looks like his presence has been given away, though. He's going for some warning shots, but now it's a swing over towards Cafe. Melva just gets deleted, and the defuse is already going underway. There's no way that Story has any chance of winning this round anymore, and he's just going to try to possibly just die. And there we go. He's going to get taken down. Xenocide, pull off the pistol.
Yep, which means they're going to have that extra money. They're able to pull out some extra fun and some delicious rifles. But wait a minute. Are we seeing a early buy? Wow. And we're seeing an AR-15 coming out. And now Story does little things differently. So look at that. It's out of Scar, but
what did I say? I literally said this dude's going to buy an AR-15. I knew it.
Yeah. One of those times the caster curse works in a positive manner.
Let's see what they have planned. Smoke coming out over towards the cross. Still over a minute left on the clock for Sentinel to make a move here. Again, I don't think their force spy has been made known yet. Evo's gonna get taken down though over towards me. That's gonna be a huge pick. But man, they just need to overwhelm these coalition players before they catch on to the fact that it's a full buy, because if they can use their numbers advantage for the side push, that would be huge. But XD gets another pick onto Tail. Melva going for the swinger over towards Catwalk. He's able to take down Unsent, but XD getting a third pick for the round. Someone needs to stop this man in main. Melva finally is going to get the headshot and gets a second headshot onto a Zeke there. The picks are just clean in his favor. Gloxy coming in from behind. He's able to deny the plant though. Story doesn't realize that he's here. He should be able to recover the bomb, but Gloxy's going to get the headshot just to clean it off. And it's 2-0 for Xenocide now. They're already having a fantastic start, and Sentinel with the full buy are forced to eco at this point.
Yeah, it just seemed to not really work out, you know, in their favor at that point, which, you know, whether if it's eco for the second or eco for the third, you know, they're still going to have to do it. Although a bunch of MRs along with the Deagle won on tail. You know, I feel like it's still kind of possible if they can, you know, have a little bit of distance with them, just a little bit. XD, I think, may have heard something, but that's going to be a Zeke taking down tail. And it seems like it's not working out until too much of their favor at this point. It's all up to Goomba with, well, he gets a good hit on him, though. But just not enough. Yeah, here's those stats I was talking about. The 75% with 20 games. And Sentinel with 3. You know, Xenocide currently with 3-0, making it look like, maybe like it's supposed to, but now that we're going to see more rifles come in, we do have Evo with a Scar. That may change things up a little bit. And a hard push to B seems to be where they want to go.
A lot of util being dumped towards site. Story able to get a wallbang headshot onto Unsent there. That's going to be huge. Guma finding another pick of his own. And Sentinel able to get the bomb plant. It's looking like this should be their first round on the board. Zeke going for some spam all the way across over by Godspot. But yeah, I don't think Xenocide have a chance of winning this round. I'm thinking maybe a save is in order here. I mean, XD looks to be going a bit on the offensive here. Maybe he's just going to straight up challenge it. No, he can't win the gunfight. Nova's going to turn on him. And Zeke is going to get dropped as well. It's a flawless win for Sentinel there.
Which is exactly what they needed. I mean, there is still plenty of money on the side of Xenocide, so they can still buy up here if they want to, or they can... It looks like they're going to go for a quick early eco here. Now, they are going to have some Deagles and 1 AUG. Zeke's going to try and do some hero moves here. But flying back, of course, and seeing what they can potentially get some kills here. But it looks like they've stacked right. A is going to be the place for the fun and the bomb to be planted as they roll into the bomb site. Tail and Story pick off 1 each. Now it's up to a 3. Wait a minute, a Zeke. Here he is. Double and not triple yet. It's a Zeke versus Nova and Goomba. He can potentially, definitely not. Goomba will take him down, but a nice 2-piece at least.
For an eco run, that was still a very good performance by Xenocide there, and they should definitely be able to pull back. There's no problem here, as we can see. We got the AUGs and the M4s coming out. But Sentinel, they're close to tying this one up. They could very well do it if they can pull this round off. Bomb making its way over towards B long. Actually, all 5 players, it looks like. Melva contesting the coalition spawn here. Galaxy's gonna pop some warning shots back in return, but it's the push into Cafe. Story, but it's Unsent to actually win the gunfight. It's a headshot onto him as he tries to push in. Tail able to get a pick on Day, but he's gonna eat a flash in response, and Unsent is kind of in a bad spot here. He's getting pushed from behind, and he has to also worry about anyone else trying to contest Cafe, but they're actually walking up for Cap, but Galaxy with a swing is gonna find a 2-piece. They're just not expecting, and he gets a 3rd onto Tail. Goomba has now made his way into the Cafe, but Unsent is waiting for him. It's still the pre-fire. He's gonna win the gunfight anyways. I'm not sure how Goomba pulls that off. And the flash is gonna come out, and he's gonna get taken down.
Wow, that was extraordinarily chaos. And so fast. But Xenocide pick up another point on the board. It's currently 4-2. The Xenocide in the lead. And now we're going to see things, again, bought up like they can. Story, on the other hand, is going to have to go with the Deagle. Not a lot of money there, but they're going to try it again and run a whole nother crew. And it looks like A is going to be where the fast and hard push will be coming in from. Melva going on a little bit different of a track, but definitely going to make sure nobody comes through mid.
These players are definitely in trouble. XC's gonna get taken down, and I'm thinking that Sentinel are gonna win this A-side execute out. It's almost a flawless round for them, but Day comes in and gets a pick of his own, but not before getting shut down. Sentinel put a 3rd on the board there.
Wow. It's Sentinel up another point, so they are able to do it once more. This is definitely a little bit closer than it was last time. There's no runaway just yet. But they're keeping it nice, hard, and fast. And as long as they can continue to get some plants and, you know, get that extra money, then that's going to help them out tremendously. We're going to see pistols in one M4 to try and save the day. We're going to have a little bit of a trade. One day does take down Evo. But again, advantage-wise for weaponry, Goomba is able to pick off 2, and same for Melva to clean it up, to tie it 4-4. Just in time for Xenocide to buy up yet again and try it all over.
I'm loving the back and forth here. I know it said that last map, and then it ended up not really being a whole lot of back and forth for a couple rounds, but no team is really breaking away just quite yet. Xenocide and Sentinel both with 4 on the board. Now Goomba is having quite the performance so far, being 10-4 for his KD ratio. XD coming in, ready to potentially swing elbow, it looks like, but he's gonna get taken down. Goomba has been working this elbow push so far. Zeke, oh my goodness, gets caught with a knife out, and Evo's gonna drop him. And that bomb should be going down any second now. Sentinel have not planted it yet for some reason, but it looks like now they're going for the bomb plant. More specifically, to be covered by main. And all 3 of the inside players coming in from Coalition spawn for this retake.
Now, this is looking pretty good for Sentinel right now. Even though, well, that looks even better now that they got the last 2. And so getting the bomb planted and being able to take the round, oh man, I mean, it's looking super solid. I mean, Sentinel is able to at least put Xenocide on the ropes a bit. Even though they're able to continue to buy, just not buy with a whole lot, not everything that they could possibly want. But the fact that, you know, 26,000 is still in the bank, and they're slowly bringing that up more and more. They should be in a good spot. We've got a couple more rounds left before we go into the flip. And it's very possible that we'll be able to see maybe a 7-5 or 6-6 split, but I don't think it's going to be anything super crazy. I don't think all these rounds are just going to go straight to Sentinel.
Oh my goodness, Sunset able to find 2. Melva responds with a pick of his own. Make that a 2K. XD trying to see if he can spot anyone out from spawn. Gloxy finds a pick on Melva. Story is posted up in a pretty good spot, but it looks like the flank is going to come all the way from B long. Oh my goodness, I'm Evo about to peek into XD here. Story gonna get taken down. Evo's left in the 1v3, turned 1v2. He's able to throw a frag towards B long, maybe to soften up those players a little bit. But I don't know, I think they know he's here. He's trapped. What can he do? He's able to get the headshot on Gloxy. He's left in the 1v1, but Zeke is gonna clutch it up. And Xenocide, they bounce back. No one has led by more than 1 so far after the pistol round. It's just back and forth action over and over again.
Yep, it is. And again, this is a whole lot closer than it was on Raid. So, you know, whatever the reasoning of picking Raid was, definitely looking a lot better here on Canals. And so Sentinel putting up their best to make sure that they're not going to lose a 2-0, because what they don't want to do is give Xenocide 3 full points for taking both maps. So if they can at least get that tie, then not only will they each get a point, but those lucky 10% will be getting those credits and some cases who voted for that. Ooh. XD Gamer able to get 2, but not 3. Evo takes him down. One day takes down Story. It's a 2 versus 2.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like Melva. Oh no. 1v1.
That's a flash as well. Able just util dump with his bomb defuse. What can Ascent even do here? He's just gonna go for the swing, I think. Not even gonna go for the tap. But he can't win the gunfight. It's Melva. Dude, I'm telling you, these players had like snappy aim last game. Now, I'm seeing a lot of these Unified players. It's like they're choking or something on these gunfights, you know? I've noticed a lot where like they'll peek out, they'll definitely get the first shot off, and they don't even win it out. You can definitely tell that like Loxy and XD were a lot more confident last game.
Oh yeah, and I mean maybe it's just, you know, the Raid, or maybe it's just Canals that, you know, they're just there's a lot of long open spaces, so it's not like they can peek out, get the kill, and dip back. You know, I mean, if they go out there, they're committing to it. So there's definitely that range does make it feel a little different. There we go. 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. Is he getting 2 of those? And XD hiding in a bush, being a nice little tree himself. Leaving it all up to Melva in a 1v3. Bomb is in a bad position. Unfortunately, his position is now known with that extra little tap.
Oh, XD just gonna take his head off. Can't even do anything there. We're all tied up going into the half. I don't know what's going on, but are we gonna see similar gameplay here coming to the flip here? Because 6-6 on this half is something you don't see every day. The question is, are they just evenly matched on both sides, or maybe is one team more prepared for the other side?
Yeah, maybe. Again, we're just kind of have to wait and see. This is going to be the first one. The pistol will be important to see who's able to do what. Ooh, they have just full stacked, except for Melva.
Yeah, Melva again, rocking that revolver. He usually is like the only person who doesn't buy armor. He always buys a deagle or a revolver. And they're slowly walking up main here on the side of Xena's side. Are they ready for this elbow stack though? I don't know. Story is kind of peeking out a little bit. He needs to be careful here. Oh, I think he's been spotted. He's gonna go for the wide swing there, but now all the players are ready to peek off of him. It's Evo and Goomba finding a 2-piece each, respectfully. What a play there.
Yep, that was super nice. Nice doubles. Running across the board. And, well, they get the early lead here. And hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of, they might get this one as well. Again, things can be different, but should go their way. We are seeing, surprisingly, a very split push. Yeah, you would technically, I wouldn't expect that on a, subsequent pistol, but, they're doing what they do. They're getting some information. Story showing you don't forget leg day. You never know when you need to exert some energy there.
Oh, Evo going for this spam here. XD push up in a pretty good spot as well. I don't know that Sentinel can actually I'm sorry, I don't know that Zine said he can actually pull this round off. They only have the pistols in hand. They've taken a decent amount of map control, but it's going to be hard to actually find a pick where they're all split up like this. Winning a one-on-one gunfight with just a P250 is not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be. It's to make things a bit more difficult, and looks like slowly but surely they're getting taken out. Maybe one kill can be had here. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Unsent. Okay, able to get a pick with the revolver. But Goomba says, no sir, you are not picking up that rifle. I'm here and ready to trade. Sentinel leading by 2 now. The only time we had a lead by 2 before was after the pistol round, when, we had the subsequent round after where they couldn't really buy up, although they did choose the force anyways. But that was the only time we really had a lead by 2, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the question is, can Sentinel break this streak? Because Xena's side, they really probably want to get this round. They have forced up here with the SGs. But Sentinel could also give themselves a huge advantage if they can pull this round off. Being 9-6 in this position would be huge. They would have Xena's side at almost no money. Looks like they've left the bomb in main as well. Not really committing to the A push yet, but just showing a lot of presence over here. A lot of presence in mid as well, as 3 of these players are kind of contesting around by tunnels. Looks like they're choosing to back up though, and maybe make a rotation play for that bomb. Glocksy gonna be the one to recover it. Or maybe not. Smoke coming out for the cross, and I think we're gonna see the actual A push commence now. Flash is coming into sight. Tail is gonna eat that flash a little bit. Goomba gonna win the first gunfight, but Day's ready for a trade. Goomba still hanging out backside. He's able to get a wallbang kill, but Day is down to 15 HP. It's a 2 versus 2. But Story coming in with a knife out. and that's going to be a mistake for him. Melva is left in a 1v2, but Day just needs to get breezed on, and he's a dead man. But it doesn't matter because Azeka's going to win the gunfight out. They're not going to allow the 3-point lead. Xenocide one step closer to tying this up. Very possibly could do it, because I think Sentinel will probably have to take an eco here.
Yeah, or at least close to it. We are going to see a little bit of the previous encounters here. Now, Xenocide typically has run away with the victory here. But again, when it came to Circuit Intermediate, you know, it was a 3-2. It came down to the wire there. Really just barely. So taking a win is definitely within the cards. They have done it before for Sentinel. But that's definitely what they would be loving to do today. Again, they don't want to let Xenocide run away with two wins, 3 points, and all the things out of their belt and leaving Sentinel with nothing. So again, if they can pick up at least one of these, that'd be great.
Goomba definitely had the right idea with that push, but he couldn't find the picks in his favor. Now, Taylor's been spotted behind the box. He needs to be careful. He's going to get taken down, but Evo is going to have to be the hero with his scar now. Able to get another kill, but he's down to 2 HP. Hanging on by a thread here. I don't know how he's still alive. Get some nice damage. Story's recovered an AK. He's left in a 1v2. Both players have been tagged up a decent amount. Honestly, I'm thinking it's doable. We have the flash over towards spawn. Oh, but look at the patience here. He's going to spot the peak. XD had the right idea to go for that jiggle. Now he's going to go for the rotation, it looks like. Oh my goodness, he actually might just peek into the player here. XD going for the peek, but no, he gets caught with his knife out and he's able to get away. Oh my goodness. And the smoke to come out and help stall out that push even more. He's able to pick up a scar, but he's going to eat that flash fully while doing so, and it's the push from behind as Zeke is going to take him down. We're all tied up, dude. This game is so close for no reason, man. Like, it's just going back and forth over and over again. Eventually, someone's going to break away.
At some point, but who? Because, I mean, Xenocide did a great job last time, but I mean, Sentinel's really not going to let that happen again. So, oh, man. I mean, obviously, Xenocide would love it if they could just get a couple rounds. Either one. But, well, we can wait and see. If that even happens, we could be going to a 12-12 or, you know, first one to see here today. You know, going for that far because a lot of these rounds have been somewhat, you know, pretty quick. This, I think, might be one of the longest running games, at least of today.
And Goomba finding a huge 2-piece over towards main. Zeke ready for a trade, but Mo's going to come in from spawn and find a headshot with the M4 of his own. Unsent with the flick, but he can't connect the kill. He's able to get the first shot off. That would have been a very clean pick on his side. But Sentinel, looks like Melva was able to just dance around that lamppost perfectly to sort of block just enough of the bullets. And now they're leading by 1 again. But I mean, how do they counter here? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the ultimate piece. You know, I mean, that's... How do you counter?
I just realized Xenocide are on an eco here, so this round might be difficult for them to win. XD and is he going for the hero rifle? And wait a minute, the picks are in their favor. What is going on? Day gonna get another pick on Evo there. How are they about to win this eco round? It's about to be a flawless win for them on an eco. Tail able to get 1 headshot there, but oh my goodness, they turn this around. He's able to get a second headshot. Day is super low. So if Tail can find that pick, that would make it a little easy for him. Has to pop the reload though, but he's gonna get pushed from behind. And at this point, he's a dead man. Dude, Xenocide, they're on a, it's like they don't want, they're not allowed to break away. It's like, you would think, okay, it's finally, they're on a pistol round, it's time. Xenocide says, no thanks, we're gonna almost flawlessly win that there. Granted, they did have 2 hero rifles on their team, but that was definitely the right call to make for that round, because it paid off for sure.
It definitely did, and well, we're tied up again, 9-9, round 19. And it looks like it's going to be fairly close. Xenocide tending to having a little bit better loadout at this point. And well, we'll see if that helps them out in any way, shape, or form. We're going to see 1-to-1-to-1 trade. And well, One Day is the one that's doing all of that trading. So more things coming in, more flying, some damage dealt to Evo, some grenades chipping away at him. So let's see. One day yet again taking down another. He's currently the only one who's taken down anyone. Okay, now it's down to XD. He got one here. Let's see if one day can get the next. No, but it's going to be
Reach wins.
XD.
How did he get a hit marker there? That's what I want to know. He was not even. That must have been like some run and gun. The bloom was just crazy there. I don't know, man. That must have been like lag or something. But Xenocide, they've brought us to double digits here. They have a chance at breaking away here. It's only M4s on the side of Sentinel. The bomb being left over by Square. And Dave's gonna open us up with a pick on Eva over towards Spawn. Melva gonna spot multiple players, but he can't contest the top and the bottom at the same time. Gonna get overwhelmed by Unsent over there. And Goomba looking like he might be ready to try and contest lane, but he needs to be patient here because they have their eye on him. They're not gonna allow him to push out and capitalize on a pick that easily. And Xenocide, they're making their way up towards B site. Goomba, oh my goodness, he turns away and he could have a kill, but XD is ready to strike. And Story is left in a 1v5. I think we're finally gonna see a round balance of 2 here for the first time in a while, and it's a flawless round to bring us to that lead. Xenocide, they brought us to 11 rounds here, and this was honestly a good attempt by Evo here. He gets the first pick there. I just don't know how he got the hit marker here. Like, he was not even aiming at him. Like, you see that, right? That's just like the run and gun must have been like in his favor for some reason.
Yep, things are happening in the best way possible for Xenocide. They're able to make it through. They've broken past that 1 round barrier. Now, will this go in the way of Sentinel to be able to bring it back again? Because nobody's gotten really much further than that. And we'll have to wait and see how and if things can be done past that. Or is Xenocide going to get to match point? Taking the time. Story able to get 1. It's 2 down on either side. Only moving Story might get caught here with his knife out. Ooh, but wait, they both had their knife out.
A little awkward. Oh, and he just gets away too. Man, that timing is not gonna be in favor of Story there. Will they expect the player in main though? XD is pushed up pretty far. But Story able to secure the headshot still anyways. He's gonna go for the frag and the flash. Going high as well to make sure that pops and hits everyone back sight. And Guma's coming in for the elbow push here. He's able to drop Unsent. He's able to get the pick on Story with the headshot. But he's... Oh my goodness, what is happening? He gets a second kill. How does Zeke win that? What is going on? Xenocide, there's no way that they win that round, but Zeke is the clutch master, and we've just been brought to match point here.
Wow. Yeah, that is a Zeke making it happen. It was between him and match point, and he decided, well, we're going to be going to match point here. So now it's all or nothing for Sentinel until the end of the game. Because there's no more mistakes that can be made. They have to take every single round at this point. 4 in a row, to be exact. Take their time. XD, Zeke, 1 more each. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Evo, nice double with the scar, and it's leaving up to XD Gamer in a 1v3. Let's see if he can get at least information for 1, but he doesn't check behind him. Goomba is there and ready. And so now we do see Sentinel bring it back by 1 more. Now they're going to have to buy up again, but there's still plenty of money for Xenocide. But the good news is, if they can take this round, that should drop Xenocide into an eco or a force, which make things easier. But if they do and play the cards right, we should be seeing a 12-12 split.
We'll have to see if Xenocide can pull this round off. A lot of util being dumped towards the back of site, but Goomba finding a two-piece and Tail getting a pick as well. Day is still standing on site. He's able to find two, but he's left in a 1v3 at this point, and he can't do anything. Storage is going to take him down with the Scar. And yeah, 11-12, I'm starting to agree with you. I think 12-12 is looking very possible. I mean, Xenocide can't even fool by here. I think they're just going to go for an eco.
Yeah, and that might be what they have to do to make sure that that last round is fully doable. Let's see how this rolls. Potentially the last round. Or tie this up. You never know with Xenocide. They could do something absolutely crazy with these pistols. Would be an absolute terrible way to go out for the side of Sentinel. But I wouldn't put it past the ability of Xenocide to be able to do that.
I mean, I'm not sure that they'll be able to do much on this pistol round here. I will admit, though, the money is not that great on Sentinel. If Xenocide can get a couple picks, that might help them out coming into this round here. Goomba going on the offensive, but Gloxy wins with the P250. What is that whiff from Goomba? Oh my goodness, you do not want to see that when we're at match point. Tail is ready to lock this down with a Scar in hand, and it's a frag from Nova to take out Gloxy. And XD, he's gonna catch Evo, not even peeking him. What is going on right now? And he just recovered an SG and got another pick. All of a sudden, it's a 2 versus 2. XD going for a bit of a pre-fire there. The bomb is down over towards bridge. Both players on the A site right now. And everyone has recovered rifles. All of a sudden, Xenocide, they might be able to pull this round off. Somehow, by a miracle. Oh, and he just spotted the Scar player. He knows he has to pop that reload, though. How will XD play this here? There's only 18 seconds on the clock. At this point, he's just got to run for it. He has to go fast. And XD's going to win the gunfight on Tail. And Melva's left all the way over towards back site in a 1 versus 2. Going for the spam, trying to deny the cross the site. He's able to get the kill on Unsent, but it's the bomb going down. XD's going to commit to it. He goes for the swing and he wins it out. Xenocide, they're going to be the winners 2-0. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe they pulled that round off. But somehow they're able to do it. What is going on? They win on a pistol round. How is that going to be how we end the stream here? They win on a pistol round. I cannot believe Xenocide just did that. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I mean, Xenocide, it's like, you know, they could, but, you know, it's kind of rare, but Glosky does it again. Glosky in game 1 was just huge, and then at the last moment, able to get that pistol, take the weapon, and kind of start the mayhem, and just start it going downhill. Wow. Well, to the 65% that voted for Xenocide, congratulations. You got some stuff headed your way because they were able to do 2-0. But I mean, it was so close down to a 1v1 to make that a 12-12 or 13-11. But man, that's going to be some good round balance from Raid to be going over to Xenocide, and the points will be stretched a little bit further. So let's go ahead and check out and see where Xenocide will be landing with this, which, I mean, they're already number 1, but they're going to be landing even higher. So it's going to be up to Merciless or Evil Vision to change that, because now with a plus 20 on the round balance and then 9 points on the board, that's just going to be a bit ridiculous. So that round balance is going to be hard to catch up to, but really those points are what Merciless need to be working towards. So hopefully in these offline matches, we can see a little bit of something going up. Sentinel definitely needs to pick it up just a little bit, because if Bless is able to get really, well, anything, they're going to be able to bump down into the red zone.
Yeah, again, GG's to both teams that played today. Again, Sentinel, a bit unfortunate for them to lose that way towards the end, but Xenocide, they're looking really strong here for this Pro League as far as that leaderboard over there. I think they're going to be going to the playoffs. There's a very good chance of it. Sentinel still have plenty of time to fight towards it, but it's definitely a good start for Xenocide right now.
It definitely is. The fact that they're already number one, and the fact that they now have even more points under their belt and even more round balance, Xenocide's putting themselves in a really, really good spot going into the playoffs at this point. But Merciless is not going to let that go quite easily, and I don't think Evil Vision will either. So, again, these offline matches will definitely be making things a little bit more interesting. We'll see where things lie next time you get to see our lovely faces on screen. And for the next time, for next weekend, to see where everything is. But congratulations one more time to Xenocide for being able to take a 2-0 for themselves today. It came to a pretty close piece at the end, but they still did it nonetheless.
Yep, again, congrats to them. We do still have a stream that's going to be taking place tomorrow. We're not done for this weekend. Make sure you guys are following the Critical Ops Esports socials. We have the Discord server and the Twitter over in the description, so you guys can know when all our future games are. But we will also have the stream schedule popping up on screen here in just a moment, so you guys can make sure you know what games are going to be taking place tomorrow. Again, we're done for today. We had our 2 best of 2s. Tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. CET, we're going to have Mula Mafia versus Invictus to kick off the stream. Make sure you all are tuning in for that. I know I will be, because it's going to be a fire game. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys over there tomorrow.
Absolutely. And before we go, we have a little something for you guys as well. If you did do your voting, and unfortunately you didn't get for Xenocide there, we do have a giveaway popping off in the chat. So guys, make sure you put your in-game ID. So open up the app real fast. Grab your in-game ID. If you don't have that, copied onto a note somewhere so you can have quick access to it. Grab your in-game ID, drop it into chat. That'll be still on for a little bit as the stream ends. So go ahead and throw that in there and have a chance to win your own little extra something for the giveaway. And unfortunately, that is all we have. Of course, thank you to Mobile Esports for helping put this on. Same for Critical Force and G Fuel for being able to help everything of this be possible. But remember, tomorrow the next stream will be available. Your times will be on screen as soon as our faces disappear for all those time conversions. And until next time, we will see you guys soon.